whole city full of dread. But when it comes to games like this, you must not lose.
Absolutely not. This is it. This is the away player. This is the atmosphere you want to come. There's majority of this stadium are going to boo you. It's going to be tough. It's going to be difficult. And to come away here at the end of the game and see your fans celebrating is what you want to achieve, and that's what you look for as a player, to go to your nearest rivals and win a game.
Well, the Everton fans bellow. The small clutch of Reds in the Bullens Road stand opposite our commentary position try desperately to make themselves heard. We've got some wonderful, wonderful cities in this country that have provided us with absorbing cultural icons, fashion, industry and football teams. But today the 241st Merseyside derby takes place between two of England's oldest neighbours. Everybody needs good neighbours. It is a city that has given us Jodie Comer, David Morrissey, Daniel Craig, Creamfields, Mersey Beat, the Beatles, Chris Boardman and Brian Epstein. And it's two teams that are clashing once again. The deep royal blue jerseys worn by Everton for 120 years have added a few new residents this week, and they might need them. The Liverpool fans, whose journey across Stanley Park takes about 8 minutes to walk, have come smelling blood, and they're reminding the Everton supporters of their history, and they do like to sing that song as well here, If You Know Your History. The Liverpool fans have bought a banner which has got all the major trophies etched upon it and says, if you know your history, then since 1995, here are the tallies of Everton trophies: 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 and 0. Nothing like a little bit of a friendly barb, Peter Reid.
Don't even go there.
Listen, it's a bit of fun, it's a laugh and a joke, but the only thing that matters is this game at 12:30. That's all that matters. Win this game, and that's the important thing. Everything in the past is gone, and it's now about the future. And both clubs are hoping, like Liverpool are, but Everton now will be looking to go to the future and start to build the football club back up, because it's been struggling in the last couple of years in terms of where they've been finishing, and what they spent has been incredible. So they'll be looking to try and get a team and a squad on this pitch week in, week out, trying to move up the Premier League.
It's the 4,638th top flight game at Goodison Park. The Toffees without a Premier League win this season, and Liverpool, after a slow start, have started to look a little bit more like themselves. These two clubs share so much history, so much passion, a place at the heart of the community. But in truth, Everton would take a share of the spoils right now, and 8 of the last 10 meetings here have finished with that outcome. Right now, Celtic and Rangers are dividing Glasgow. We've got a London derby at 3 on TalkSport 2. Commentaries this week: Monday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. You can listen to it on our app or smart speaker. Just say, Alexa, play TalkSport, for example. There are other ones, I think. In return, you'll get the best coverage of football on the radio. We've got red and blue in the commentary box. Peter Reid and Charlie Adam. And our referee, Anthony Taylor, gets us off and underway, with Everton shooting from left to right in the first half towards the Park stand in blue shirts, white shorts and white socks. And Liverpool in their blood red and smelling blood as well, Charlie Adam, shooting from right to left into a packed Gladys Street, where those pillars hold up the rickety old roof. The ball immediately put in the stands by Connor Cody, who did play in a Liverpool team many years ago. Not for very long, but he was very much part of the setup there for quite a while. And he's played all 4 games in the Premier League since signing from Wolves.
Yeah, good signing, good experience in the Premier League. You know, local lad, knows the area, knows what it'll be to play for the football club. But I look at games and see what matches are up. You know, Patterson against Diaz is a good match-up today. And Mikalenko against Salah. Can he get the better of Salah going the other way? Can he take Salah back the pitch? Because if he doesn't, it'll be a long afternoon for him.
Well, that ball's been out of play for about 30 seconds. They're not time wasting already, are they, Everton? Here's the ball tossed in by Patterson into midfield. It runs loose and it's picked up by Liverpool, attacking the goal away to our left. Alexander-Arnold slides it down the right channel, cut out by Elliott and sent back in front of Gordon towards Gomez inside the centre circle. Van Dijk spreads it to the left. Tsimikas has it now. The Everton team is Pickford in goal, Patterson, Tarkowski, Cody and Mikalenko, Anana, Davis and Iwobi in midfield, Gray, Mopé and Gordon. They've got defending to do over on the right because Salah's nudged the ball into Darwin Nunez, back from suspension and spearheading the Liverpool attack. It's a throw-in level with the edge of the Everton penalty area on the Liverpool right, and looking to get the ball into the box for the first time. 0-0 the score. We played just over 2 minutes. Ball tossed in towards the near post, flicked behind. It's the first corner of the game. Charlie.
Yeah, a long throw from Alexander into Nunez, and Mikalenko actually heads it out for the corner, but out of possession. Everton 4-5-1, just looking to kind of keep it tight in midfield, and Liverpool the usual 4-3-3, going attacking and try and get overlaps from the full-backs, and picking up pockets, Elliott and Carvalho.
Before the game I was a bit worried about Salah against Mikalenko, and I think that's going to be, it worries me as an Evertonian.
Ball sent in towards the edge of the penalty area. It's cleared away by Liverpool from the Everton from the corner. Comes out to Tsimikas, hits it, and then Patterson does well against Carvalho, and even better against Tsimikas, and it goes out of play on this near side, and it's away for a throw. Pressure on Everton early on here. 2.5 minutes gone. TalkSport live at Goodison Park. 0-0 the score. Tsimikas has it in his hands. He chucks it back towards Van Dijk, and Everton allow them to have it right up to the halfway line. Mopé leading the attack, wearing 20, short sleeve shirt untucked at the waist, sees the ball go past him and out to the far side. I'll be keenly watching Salah, who hasn't had a brilliant start to the season, although his goal record isn't too bad, and he's dancing forward now, down the right, trying to get to the edge of the penalty area, plays it into the centre, it's cut out and cleared away. It's a long ball upfield for Mopé to chase, but it goes straight out and away into the Liverpool fans opposite us, Peter Reid, now for a throw.
I don't mind that. I don't mind, even though it's gone out for the throw, you've got to turn them, because Liverpool play a high line, you've got to get at them and you've got to turn them, and sooner or later one of the Evertonians, Mopé, will get on it, so I don't mind that long ball at all.
That's where you're going to hurt Liverpool, out of possession, when you get the opportunity, because they play so high. Alexander and Tsimikas go and play high. The space is on the outside of the two centre backs.
Liverpool won it back from Damari Gray down in the left flank. They move into an advanced position with Diaz, who centres the ball. It's away by Cody, flicks it up into the air, tells his team to get out by roaring at the defenders in front of him, and it goes out on this near side, and it's away for a throw to Liverpool. The visitors from across Stanley Park, who coming in to this game have a bit more of a feel-good factor than Everton. They have equalled a Premier League record scoreline recently. They scored a late winner against Newcastle. They might not have been at top speed, but that would have done them a world of good on Wednesday night. Fabinho out towards the far side. Elliott takes over and jinks in past Anthony Gordon. Played it back down the right into Alexander-Arnold, who helps it on immediately to Salah. Tarkowski goes across to cover inside the box now. Back to Alexander-Arnold, whose delivery for one of the rare occasions in which he hasn't got it right wasn't particularly brilliant, and it's cleared away by Alex Iwobi and out for a throw-in on the far side.
That just comes from Tom Davis leaving his space.
Here's Elliott down the right, played into the centre, away by Cody once again, and it's all hands to the pump for Everton in the early exchanges here at Goodison Park. Van Dijk back to the left, and Fabio Carvalho, who drops into a midfield position, plays it wide to Tsimikas, whose hair is tucked back behind his ears by a thick black Alice band. He plays it to Gomez. Gomez is immediately engaged by Iwobi. They sense a little bit of blood there, Everton, and all harass him. He manages to get it out of his feet, but Anana wins it back. Iwobi finds Mopé. He's got Gordon to his left. He charges into the Liverpool half. Mopé leading the attack with Anana to his right. He runs onto the ball inside the area. He goes to try and stroke it through the penalty area. There was no power in that. You could hear Peter Reid bellowing, hit it, hit it, hit it.
Know your players, Peter.
The thing about that play, I mean, Liverpool are brilliant in possession, but Everton have got to get up on that ball, and he just showed it for a couple of instants there. When you deny them space and get tight, if Liverpool pass it well, you've got to get in the faces.
Yeah, just like we keep telling, the turnover of the ball. As soon as you get the turnover in Everton, look forward. Don't turn out and go negative. Look forward, because the space is there, and that's what happened there. They managed to get up, and Anana unlucky with a shot, but that's your whole midfield. They're trying to get up and play. So you know they look like Everton. They want to come and get involved in the game.
Onana gets in there ahead of Trent Alexander-Arnold and wins it back again up to Gordon on halfway. Tries to skip past Fabinho, loses his footing, was under pressure from the Brazilian, and the free kick is given in Everton's favour, just 5 yards short of the halfway line.
I can't believe Liverpool were time wasting there. He kicked the ball away. Outrageous, by the way.
Well, certainly.
That's a little joke. That's a little joke.
Only a little one, yeah. It's certainly been the subject of the week. They're already having a deep conversation over on the far side of Wobie, Mikalenko and Tarkowski as they prepare to take this free kick just short of the halfway line on the cusp of the centre circle down its left side.
Look how high Liverpool play, and that's the one. Get it up there, get it at 10.
Here's Gray trying to get in behind on the right hand side, produce a cross into Mope, doesn't reach him, it's over his head, flicks out on the far side. Alexander-Arnold is closed down by Gordon, the ball deflects into the emergency exit in the corner of the Bullens Road stand and the Park stand away to our right hand side, right over in the opposite corner to where we are, and it's a goal kick to Liverpool. 7.5 minutes gone. Charlie Adam and Peter Reid, part of our commentary team today, in a hostile environment in a antiquated old stadium that certainly is feeling its age a little bit, but they do have a brand new shining superstructure on the way in the not too distant future. Won by Everton high up the field. Davis onto Gray. Gray runs at the defence, gets into the penalty area, tries to release Mope, who's on the turn, shoots across the face of goal, and Gordon can't get there to turn it in.
Put good players under pressure, you will cause them problems. If you allow good players, even if you allow average players time on the ball, they'll look good. And that's why Everton, especially at home, they need to get after teams, because it's a small pitch, out of possession, goal kicks are setting up 4-4-2, allowing the press, Mope and Iwobi going and trying to press Gomez and Van Dijk, and that's where that chance come from.
Great turnover of possession and a brilliant little intricate piece of football from Damari Gray. Was well aware of the movement of the new signing from Brighton, Neil Mope. There is a problem here for Liverpool. Have got an extensive injury list already. The last thing they'll want, because of the injury to Henderson, to Keita, to Thiago, to Curtis Jones, in that engine room is an injury to Fabinho.
Yeah, he got a whack in the ribs there from Tom Davies, but he won't be bothered about that. Tom Davies is going stamping his authority on the match, but Jurgen's going mad with Trent Alexander here.
Everton have got to keep this tempo up.
Well, we're in the 9th minute of the game, and in that 9th minute, a tribute to a little girl whose tragic death has united a city that continues to plea for a resolution to the gun and knife crime that has shaken the community in recent weeks. The images of Olivia Pratt-Korbel, who was in her home when she died, are on the big screen at Goodison Park. It is an unspeakable tragedy that has brought a city together. Gordon releases the ball forward towards the halfway line. Davis picks it up, plays it out to the left-hand side, and everyone inside this stadium spent that minute clapping and on their feet, and a big banner over on the far side says enough is enough. Divided red and blue hangs over the top of the Bullens Road stand, the balcony of the second tier into the first. Here is Gordon for Everton once again, who've had the best chance of the game. 10 minutes gone, 0-0. Up towards Mope, back to goal, being pursued by Van Dijk. Sends it back out to the left. Mikalenko is chasing with Elliott. There's a foul by Mikalenko. Anthony Taylor gives the free kick in the away side's favour. That's been an underwhelming start, but there has been a tendency to overreact. I'm talking about Liverpool's season more than anything else. We are only in the first week of September, but games are coming thick and fast between now and the World Cup. It will be fascinating to see how Liverpool settle into the season and where they are come November. They could be in a difficult position if they were to lose today, though, with a big gap between them and the leaders potentially. It could be a big gap at the top of the Scottish Premiership as well by the end of the day. David Tanner.
And it's Celtic 1, Rangers 0. Celtic lost their top goal scorer, Kyogo Furuhashi, in just 5 minutes, but they have scored despite that. Leo Abada crashing the ball past John McLaughlin. Celtic 1, Rangers 0.
Bad start for Rangers at Parkhead. Here, good start for both these two teams. Snapping into tackles, blood and thunder and energy as Gray picks it up just short of the halfway line. Spreads it out to the far side. Gordon keeps it in but can't keep it under control. And it's won by Harvey Elliott, and Liverpool bring it up towards the halfway line. It's been a lively start to the game, Charlie.
Brilliant. Both teams are at it. The intensity always going to be first 10-15 minutes. It's frantic. It's now about, when it gets to that 15-minute stage, who's going to actually get the foot on the ball and take responsibility. But Liverpool usual, trying to build up through the back, through the lines, and let's say we're going to look to try and cause Everton problems with that.
Luis Diaz tussling with Nathan Patterson, and Diaz has a little flick out at Patterson. Referee Anthony Taylor blows the whistle. Diaz had a little whack in the back of Anthony Taylor as well there. Has to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, this will be a great battle today, Diaz against Patterson.
I like Patterson. I think he's got a bit about him. And by the way, I don't even think that was a foul, but there you go.
He's done nothing wrong. He's there, but Diaz has reacted in the wrong way in terms of a little flick out, but it's a bit of handbags.
A little flick out from Diaz, and he's having a talking to by Anthony Taylor, who's just got Patterson and Diaz together. Van Dijk's getting involved in the negotiations as well, but it is going to be a free kick to Liverpool, which the Everton fans aren't too happy about. And it's just left the centre circle, about 10 yards inside Everton territory, and it's just taken the pressure off of Liverpool just a little bit. Fabinho, who's back moving freely again, sends it square to Gomez, and then out to Salah, who weaves towards the edge of the penalty area, plays it square. It's collected by Tsimikas and then sent back to halfway. Virgil van Dijk has it now, moves it over the halfway line, prods it into the path of Carvalho. Out wide now for Darwin Nunez, who takes the ball onto his right foot and then produces a cross which flicks off the toes of Tamari Gray and is gathered up by Jordan Pickford in the Everton goal.
What I've got to say, what a great atmosphere. It's brilliant, and I've got to say, the tempo of the game's superb. Love it.
Yeah, great. Listen there, Patterson, brilliant defender in terms of, he's seen the run of Nunez there and backed off and allowed Gray to deal with Tsimikas there, and end up going into the hands of Pickford. But like Peter said, good tempo, good atmosphere. It's good stadium to be playing at. You just hope that this new stadium they build, the atmosphere doesn't go away from what this club's in, the tradition of this football club.
I think the architect have been that's one of his key when he designed the stadium. He said get the crowd right near the pitch and the atmosphere, and I think that's the case. I've been down there. It looks amazing. But I still love the old lady.
Everton yet to win, Liverpool yet to win away this season, but it's a fixture that the Reds rarely lose. They've lost just one of the last 26 meetings with Everton in all competitions. They have the ball deep inside their own half. It's Everton who've had the best chance so far, and once again as they try to play out from the back, the press was on from Everton. Gordon almost dispossessing Gomez as it goes round the outside down into the 18-yard box, and then Luis Diaz loses control as he tries to round Pickford and take the ball out of the sky, and it drops behind and away for a goal kick away to our left-hand side, 0-0.
Even though Liverpool keep the ball and pass it well, do you know what I love about them? Is when he hits a long diagonal passes and a lot of people don't mention that, even though they're comfortable on it. Tell you what, some of the long passing Liverpool over the years has been outstanding.
Yeah, it's mixing the game up, allowing the threats of it behind. Diaz is a good runner, he can run in behind Nunez, Mo Salah, Mane when he was here. They're a threat in behind, so when everything's in front of you, it's easy for Everton. When it goes behind, your Tarkovskis and Conor Cody, you don't want to be running back to your own goal, Peter.
Nana thought that he was fouled as that ball went up into the left channel, and Gomez has got away with it. It's out of play over on the far side. You're listening to Everton 0, Liverpool 0 on TalkSport with Now Sports, and don't forget with Now Sports you can stream all the Sky Sports action like Aston Villa versus Manchester City live today for $11.99, no contract. Search Now Sports. Ball is out with Trent Alexander-Arnold, who tosses it back to Gomez, who goes all the way back to Alisson wearing yellow today. Takes it wide and plays it to Virgil van Dijk. Now Fabinho connecting things and sending it back to the edge of the 18-yard box. Gomez out wide towards Alexander-Arnold. Is immediately shut down by Anthony Gordon, who's had a really good start to the game, not with the ball, but almost using his abilities to chase and harass and to block that channel.
I tell you what, you just mentioned that. With the ball, you've got to play football, we know that, but I tell you what, the best teams without the ball are excellent as well. And going back to the point where teams now are like knocking the long ball to turn defences, Man City bought Haaland to do that. You know, when you think about it now, you know, Manchester City used to play in front, but you've got to get in behind teams, like Gray's trying to do now.
Trying to jink in between two defenders, gets the better of Tsimikas, moves into the box, tries to lay it off to Mopé, blocked by Fabinho, was in the right position at the right time. It's cleared away, and now Liverpool come on the counter-attack. Luis Diaz down the left, looking for the run of Salah and Elliott, but he finds neither of them. He played the ball in between the two, and Salah has to scamper out towards the far touchline to keep it in. Alexander-Arnold takes over, moves up towards the edge of the penalty area, plays it square, on to Tsimikas, 0-0 the score in the Merseyside derby. On to Darwin Núñez, back to Tsimikas once again. He's got 5 in front of him in red, waiting for a delivery, but everyone's being blocked off by bodies in blue. Carvalho tries to spin around Andre Onana, goes back to the left, and it's taken on by Tsimikas, and then into Van Dijk, and the pace of the game just slows for the first time in the opening 17.5 breathless minutes that we've had at Goodison Park. 70% possession for Liverpool, 30 for Everton so far. No shots on target, but Everton have had the best attempt of the game so far. And certainly Frank Lampard believes that his team deserve more than they've got from their opening 5 fixtures. They had to survive a raucous, seething Ellen Road in midweek, where they had chances to nick it, but didn't quite. And now they want to harness the power of this crowd as Liverpool come forward again, with Fabinho out to Elliott right side, a flick with the boot into towards Luis Diaz, which is helped away by Tarkowski. Across goes Mopé, and then Gordon chases, but the ball comes back from Alexander-Arnold to the far post, and Núñez is up there with a header which he blunders wide from 6 yards out. It wasn't a particularly good effort from Darwin Núñez, and it's out of play and away for a goal kick. Charlie Adams.
It's a decent enough half chance there. Trent is brilliant to dig across out, and Núñez, just should have went back across the goal and just never got it all right. But I like Harvey Elliott keep talking about him, but his personality for such a young kid to go and play, he goes and finds in pockets, he goes and plays in the right wing if he wants. If Mo Salah's in near Núñez, he comes and plays in a pocket behind Iwobi because he knows Iwobi's going to get attracted to the ball. For such a young age to see the things on the pitch happening, it's unbelievable, and he's causing all sorts of problems in terms of, you know, he's gone out in that right wing. Mykolenko can't get out to anybody, and he's getting a lot of space and joy down the right hand side.
Starting his 5th Premier League game in a row, Harvey Elliott. Here is Davis finding Gray, edge of the Liverpool penalty area. Out wide is Patterson. Patterson's made a good run, a low ball into the near post, hits Tsimikas. Half-hearted claims for handball as Tsimikas slid in and blocked that attempted cross, but actually probably needed a better delivery, Peter Reid.
Yeah, I think that's just good defending, to tell you the truth. I mean, Charlie was on about the young kids, Harvey there, but I'll tell you what, Onana started well as well for Everton. He looks a real good player.
Big lad, isn't he? There, yeah. But I
think Elliott's a top player, but this boy,
Onana has been penalised by Anthony Taylor. You might well have heard a few industrial pieces of language behind it. It wasn't Peter Reid, but it could have been. Free kick just short of the halfway line. It's Everton 0, Liverpool 0. You're listening to Talk Sport, and we're live at Goodison Park. That's a poor pass by Alexander-Arnold. Onana picks it up. Iwobi takes it wide towards the left touchline. Onana, was under pressure there. What a great ball from Iwobi. And it goes out of play and away for a throw to Liverpool inside their own half. 20 minutes played, and it is going to be a day where battling spirit is going to be incredibly important. Alexander-Arnold tosses the ball over Gordon's head into Van Dijk. The Everton flag waving above the Bullen's Road stand opposite us as the ball goes towards Alexander-Arnold again. He miscontrols once more, and it goes out for a throw into Everton.
The pace of the game is amazing. As we go on the game, we know it slows down, but it is really frantic pace, and it's great to watch. I'm loving it.
Yeah, the derby comes to the crowd, bring that in. But going back to the one, Patterson there has that chance just to square it. I think it's something that Patterson's he's got to improve on. He gets in a lot of good positions, and it's just the decision making and what type of pass. He tried to cut it back there and just obviously never connected with it. But if he can get in that, like Trent done when he's younger and now picking the right pass at the right moments, his numbers will go higher.
Neal Mopé trying to occupy the two defenders. He's playing on Gomez over on the far side. looked to be a foul on Gray by Tsimikas, and eventually, after a couple of seconds thought, Anthony Taylor does indeed give the free kick, but there was a moment where it was seeming as if he wasn't going to do that, and the Goodison Park faithful up on their feet in arms.
Yeah, I just think he's trying to see what the advantage was, but there was no advantage. It's a foul, it's clear. Tsimikas misreads the pass, and Gray gets a bit of a whack in the back.
We are so close to some of the Everton supporters behind us, and they're absolutely furious at the prospect, the absolute incandescent that the whistle didn't go immediately. Free kick taken by Cody, just a step in from the right side of the centre circle, looking to elevate the ball wide towards the left. Anana up for it, but so is Tarkowski. A flick behind by Liverpool, and it's out for the first Everton corner of the game. And listen to that roar from the Park stand.
I love Onana's personality. I know he's a good player, but he just got the Park end going there, and I think that's part and parcel of football. Look, I like the look of this, lads, I've got to say.
And the thing is, Peter, I always say at times the crowd have got to help you, but also the players have got to get the crowd off the seat, and that's part of being at a club like this.
Gray's corner into the near post. Iwobi doesn't get hold of it. Gordon does, and he drives it from the edge of the 18-yard box straight down the throat of Alisson. A first shot on target in the Merseyside derby comes from Anthony Gordon, and as Liverpool threaten to break at the other end, very quickly Mikalenko deals with that and puts it out playing away for a throw-in. But what a chance for Everton. Peter Reid.
Yeah, just on the edge of the box, but and Alisson made a good save. But what I love about Liverpool, how quickly he threw it out, and Liverpool got on the counter-attack. That's what Liverpool's strengths are, and he do it with pace.
Remember, later on we've got live commentary on TalkSport 2 of Tottenham against Fulham, but we're concentrating on the Merseyside derby, and you can't take your eyes off it for a second here. Here is Fabinho on to Virgil van Dijk. He's just left of the centre circle, and he's playing it to Joe Gomez, whose long sleeve red shirt is billowing in the breeze that is just whipping around Goodison Park. Back to Alisson, then on to Fabinho, back to Alisson again. The press is on with Neil Maupay, who scored in his Brighton debut in the Premier League in a goal against Watford back in August 2019. He's hoping very much to cap his Everton debut with a goal as well. He's putting himself about the top end of the pitch for Everton, and so is Anthony Gordon, who's just been fouled by Tsimikas. And Tsimikas now has upended Damari Gray, upended Anthony Gordon, and the Everton fans are baying for a booking.
Well, it's not a booking. I tell you what, I think Anthony Taylor's done all right. He was a bit late on one decision, but this is a derby game, and it's a brilliant game. And Gordon, and I tell you what, I'm really enjoying this. I think it's a really good football match, and there's nothing wrong with the frantic pace, and there's nothing wrong with tackling.
The next foul, I think, for Tsimikas is going to be a yellow card. That's 2 in a row now. Sloppy defending.
Great, lovely, mazy run down the left-hand side, gets to the edge of the penalty area, brought down by Gomez. Referee says no foul.
I think he got it right.
Book him for diving.
I think he got it right.
Well, Gray looks to be shocked that he hasn't got the decision. Was there any contact between the two?
No, it's not enough to be a foul.
Tsimikas at the other end, moves down the left-hand side. It's won by Gordon, but the foul goes against him, and a free kick is given to Liverpool. There's a guy in a polo shirt, which is 3 different colours away to our left-hand side. Navy, grey and light blue, stands up and just rather violently waves his fist at Anthony Taylor for giving a decision against his beloved Everton.
By the way, he got that one right, but he got that one wrong. That was never a foul, by the way.
Oh, this is brilliant.
In the memory of man.
Within 15-20 seconds, the whole atmosphere changed. They just Everton there on the attack, foul, and then all of a sudden they're giving away a foul, and then the crowd are back up on the feet. It's been a great entertainment so far in the game. Just need a goal.
Tsimikas with a free kick delivered towards the far post, away by Tarkowski. Gordon and Tsimikas clash again. Another foul is given against Anthony Gordon. Tsimikas is rolling around like someone has sniped him from the top of the stand, and he doesn't look particularly happy. He's saying it was an elbow. Was it an elbow?
No, there's contact. It's a foul, but there's no need for him to roll around the way he is.
And there's a lady in a grey jersey with a flowery scarf who must be in her 50s or 60s. She's just stood up and she's got her watch out and she started to point at it, accusing Liverpool of time wasting.
Yeah, these supporters are brilliant, aren't they?
Everton 0, Liverpool 0. 26 and a half minutes gone. You're listening to Talk Sport. And here is Tsimikas with a free kick, delivering the ball towards the far post. It's a decent delivery. Diaz goes towards it. Doesn't quite reach him. And it's collected by Pickford and cleared away up over the halfway line. Looking for the run of Neil Maupay. Gomez was a little bit unsure of himself, and then Trent Alexander-Arnold sends it back towards the edge of the D. It's cleared away, and then Nunez traces a ball into the channel, and it's cleared away by Everton. Pickford getting hold of it and managing to get it away. Everton 0, Liverpool 0 on TalkSport. And for the latest odds, you can go to Betfair, the official betting partner of TalkSport's Premier League coverage, where right now you can get Everton 11-2 to win the game, the draw 16-5, Liverpool 9-4 on, and that's all thanks to Betfair. 18+, begambleaware.org.
Yeah, it's a brilliant game. What a ball from Tsimikas there, just right in front of Nunez, nearly got there, but into Pickford's hands, and then again Trent with that pass just outside of his boot, just playing it in between Cody and Patterson, because they'll look at that, that's the space. If Diaz can get his pace in between the two, and it just went through to Pickford. But
yeah, it's important Pickford gets a good starting position when Liverpool hit that ball, and he did.
0-0, 28 gone, and the intense and rather aggressive atmosphere of the Merseyside derby.
Aggressive? Like pussycats. What's up with you, man?
Ball has been played towards the near side, and it's cleared towards the left touchline, looking for that big diagonal which Diaz can't quite bring down, and then it's collected by Patterson, and it will be cleared away. You're listening to TalkSport. If Liverpool have genuine title aspirations, they need to ensure they win here, don't they, Charlie? Because otherwise there is every possibility that Jurgen Klopp's team could be 9 or 10 points behind the leaders at the end of the weekend, and after 6 games that would be quite something.
Yeah, absolutely, because the standard that both have set. But you know, coming here, listen, if you want to win titles, you've got to come to tough places and get a result, and a result and a win here would be great. But you know, you worry about yourself. You don't need to think what Man City are doing at the moment. You know, it's early in the season, but a win here would definitely give them a better chance of going and winning the title.
Onana engaging with Diaz, who's told to get to his feet. Patterson wins it on halfway. Iwobi pops it wide onto Mykolenko, who progresses down the left touchline, finds Gordon. Gordon cuts in, right-footed delivery. It's too high for Damari Gray, and it floats behind into the park stand and away for a goal kick away to our right.
Onana winning the ball in the middle of the park. When Everton have looked dangerous, they've won balls back in the final in Liverpool's Liverpool's defensive areas, and they've got to get after them. Onana's done it really well.
Celtic heading 5 points clear at the top of the Scottish Premiership table. They lead by 1-0. Goal inside 6 minutes from Abada separates the two Glasgow Giants. Here in Liverpool, this city that has come together so well today, united in grief, very much divided on the football field. But nothing to separate them at the moment. Everton 0, Liverpool 0. TalkSport, half an hour played, and we are live at Goodison Park. And later on today we'll take you round the grounds of Adrian Durham. We've got so much football for you over the course of the next week as well. Live commentary from the EFL Championship tomorrow. We've got commentary Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night and Thursday night as well. Next Saturday, the West London derby between Fulham and Chelsea is live and only on TalkSport. Back to Monday night football on the 12th, when we've got a cracking game between Leeds and Nottingham Forest.
Look where all the players here. It's like a postage stamp, isn't it?
Everybody over to one side of the pitch.
Yeah.
We've got a goal, a free kick in the left fullback position. All the players are lined up just right at the centre circle, and the whole clutch of them were there. Ball goes back to Alisson, who's immediately under pressure from Gordon. It kicks high into the afternoon sky. It drops on the left. Mykolenko will allow it to go out. It's an Everton throw, just 6 yards inside Liverpool territory.
Great feed by Alisson there, by the way, because it wasn't a great back pass to it. Great feet.
Mykolenko forward, looking for the run of Maupay, and it's headed out and away by Joe Gomez.
I like Gray's position as a throw in on the left hand side, but he's wide. If Everton can get it and a quick switch, he's in.
Mopé onto Iwobi, trying to keep it moving, flicks it into the air, heads it wide onto the left, and Mikalenko, and then again a little bit too intricate from Iwobi, but Onana is there first. He plays it to Davis. There is space on the left, but Davis is trying to charge through the centre. He was never going to get there, and then Gordon dives in for a tackle, wins it back brilliantly. Onana onto Gray. Gray into the box, right-footed shot against the legs of Tsimikas. Needs some help. Patterson's behind him. Patterson needs to make a movement for him to get the ball. It goes back to Patterson eventually. His cross into the box is headed away by Fabinho. Back and the woodwork saves Liverpool.
Oh, brilliant play, brilliant Everton. Patterson regaining the ball, Demarai Gray 1v1. Mopé has a shot and it just breaks to Davis, and he just flicks away the outside of his right boot against Alisson's right hand post, and it comes out, and that's probably the best chance of the game so far.
Yeah, great pressure from Everton.
All the best chances, Peter Reid, have come for Everton.
Yeah, winning balls back, a positive, getting balls in the box. Really good performance up to now. What a cracking game.
Tom Davis hitting the post after excellent work from Gray and Patterson. I mean, Patterson winning the ball back down this right-hand side was absolutely terrific for Everton.
The initial one was Onana again on the left-hand side, winning the ball again. He's done it ever so well.
This is definitely something Everton are working on, trying to keep Gray high and wide to stretch the game, because everything's inside the pitch at the moment, and if they can get it from one side, like you say, out to a Davis or Patterson to give it 1v1 Gray against Tsimikas, then they'll have a chance of creating some chances. So I don't think that Tsimikas is very good 1v1. I think he can be better defensively. Surprised that he's actually playing instead of Robertson, but that's when I say where Jurgen makes big decisions.
Certainly scoring has been a bit of an issue for the Toffees. Everton have not scored more than once in a game this season. 6 games, all competition, failing to score against Chelsea, and they're registering 1 goal in each of their last 5 matches. They've had the best chances here as Nunez tries to get on the end of a cross away to our left hand side, then falls over, and then the ball goes out for a throw after a battle with Patterson, and it ends up being an Everton ball away to our left. You're listening to Everton 0, Liverpool 0 on TalkSport with Car Finance 24/7. Search Car Finance 24/7 today, and we'll be off to Glasgow in just a second. But Everton have the ball in their right full-back position. It's up towards the midway point of the Everton half. Davis is fouled this time, and Liverpool have it again. And while we got a pause in play, let's go to David Tanner. I think there's been another goal, has there? Charlie Adam particularly happy. The Everton fans not happy at all about the fact that Anthony Gordon has been penalised once again for a tussle and a fight over on the far side. And with 10 minutes to go before half-time, this game is absolutely anybody's.
No, it's brilliant. It's been a great tempo to it, good rhythm, and just, let's say, that that good chance there from Tom Davis hitting the post, that's probably been the best chance of the match. But you know, everything's been good between the 2 boxes. Frantic, good energy, good enthusiasm, you know, plenty of tackles, and you know, hopefully we can see a goal before half time.
Let's go off to Parkhead and find out about the details of that goal from David Tanner.
34 minutes gone, Sam. It's Celtic 2, Rangers 0. This time Jota with the goal, who chipped goalkeeper John McLaughlin with a terrific finish. Celtic Park, as you can imagine, is green and white. Celtic 2, Rangers 0.
Charlie Adams absolutely delighted he chose to come to this derby today.
No, great start to the day, is it? But hey, we'll focus on what's in front of you, and it's a wonderful game. Great derby. Everton, Liverpool wasting here.
Can't believe Liverpool are slowing the game down.
Away to our right hand side.
Amazing, isn't it?
The Everton fans are on their feet, all pointing to their watches as Alisson takes his time overtaking a goal kick. Frank Lampard did say in the press conference yesterday, you know, be careful if you're a manager who starts to bring that up at this stage of the season, because at some point in the future you will want to manage a game and you'll be accused of exactly the same, and football can make a hypocrite of all of us very, very easily.
I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see it. If that's your team and you're winning or you're away from home, and the referee's allowing it to happen, then absolutely you've got to win
Charlie,
football matches.
spot on. The man in black, he officiates the game. If he sees that, give a card out, like I said before. But I've got to say, the tempo of this game is absolutely outstanding. Credit to both sides.
Carvalho into Virgil van Dijk, then back to the right and Alexander-Arnold. It's on towards Elliott, who plays it to the right hand side. It's picked up by Salah. Salah chips the ball forward. It's blocked by Mykolenko, taken on by Harvey Elliott, and then it's with Alexander-Arnold round the corner by Carvalho, on to Fabinho, across by Elliott, into the centre, away by Cody. Good defending by him because he had Nunez for company, and the ball's been played up towards Mopé, who feels he was fouled. The referee said play on, but on the halfway line Liverpool turn it over and come forward again. To the left it goes to Tsimikas, who's a yard in from the touchline, midway inside the the Everton half. Onana with a crunching challenge on Fabio Carvalho is eventually penalised, and that's going to be the first yellow card of the game for Andre Onana.
Yeah, no, it's great play from Carvalho. Plays 1-2, and Anna just sticks his leg out and fouls him, and Taylor sees it as a yellow card. I think it's a bit harsh. It's only been his first foul, and yeah, it's just it's a bad one on the thigh of Carvalho. It's a tough one there from Onana.
Yeah, it was high, wasn't
yeah,
it?
He's late.
He's not going to get away with that.
No.
But great little pockets at Hart, Elliott and Carvalho picking up, because Iwobi keeps getting sucked to the ball. Tom Davies has sucked it, and if you do that, Liverpool play around you, and that's causing so many problems. I think Carvalho looks like he's struggling here with a dead thigh there with Onana.
Well, Onana, 21 years of age, a huge fella, came in for a big price tag, £33.5 million for Lille. And he was really late. I mean, a bit of a dead leg, I think, that for Fabio Carvalho, who's still struggling to get to his feet. And I mentioned the injury list that Liverpool have already got. They don't want any more to affect that midfield area in particular. We play just over 38 minutes, 6 shots on goal from Everton so far, and 1 shot on target. Liverpool have only had 2 shots, and none of those have been on target so far in the game. Certainly, Everton weren't expecting to have much of the ball, but they'll certainly get more possession than they did in the last game between these two at Anfield, where Liverpool hogged it so much that at times you wondered if Everton wanted it at all. They've had 36% possession in this game, which is about double the amount they had at Anfield the last time they met.
Yeah, listen, it's different. You know Liverpool are going to dominate possession, and like you say, possession at the moment, I think in the modern game, you know, it can cause you more problems, because you know you can switch off, or you can become slack. And you see, I was at Fulham the other week, and Arsenal had 78% possession, and they were losing 1-0 at one point.
This quality the delivery from Liverpool on free kicks worries me, and they have got quality there.
Here is the free kick, which eventually is going to be taken for that foul on Carvalho by Tsimikas towards the far post, looking for Fabinho, headed away by Onana, only as far as Salah, right side, produces a left-footed ball into the centre. Nunez with another header, this time over the top of the crossbar. Pickford put his right hand up towards the crossbar, but it was a good yard or so over the top of the bar, and then Pickford went over and had a word with Anthony Taylor about something he wasn't too happy with. And it's a goal kick away to our left.
He's got a great spring on him, hasn't he, Nunez? When he gets up there, he's got a great leap on him, the lads.
He'd be a bit
just couldn't get
it done. It's a good ball for Salah, and he gets up above Patterson and Davies there.
Yeah, he scored on each of his proper appearances so far for Liverpool. And apart from the one where he was sent off in, but he's made one hell of an impact since coming in. Assists, goals, red cards, fiery character. Jurgen Klopp assures us that he has learnt his lesson. He did make a joke that actually, if he hadn't have been sent off in that Crystal Palace game, it probably would have been today that he saw his first red card. But he will hope that doesn't happen. Gomez makes a mistake. Gordon tries to bring the ball down. Gomez tries to atone for his error, gets it and sends it long down the right hand side as Idrissa Gueye warms up on the near touchline to great applause. The ball goes out. Mykolenko thinks it's a Everton throw, but the linesman on the far side, Adam Nunn, has very quickly pointed to a Liverpool throw, and that's incensed those in the lower tier of the Bullens Road stand, that rickety old stand with its white pillars holding up the second tier, which occasionally just block the view.
Anana needs to just calm his head for the next 7 or 8 minutes, because he's on that booking. He's 20 years of age, young, and if he gets involved and he gets too excited, he might go in for a challenge that's wrong, and he can end up with a second yellow card.
Ball is out over on the far side. It's played against Mikalenko. It's going to be a goal kick. Eventually Mikalenko getting it back off Diaz and going behind and away for an Everton ball. And it's been a fascinating contest. 3.5 minutes before the break. Who's going to be happier at half time, Peter Reid?
Hey, all we'll miss it is a goal in the Goodison. An absolutely outstanding game. I think Everton have had the better chances, more chances, even though Liverpool have had the possession. I think both managers will be happy. It'll be interesting when the game slows down.
Has Darwin Núñez been involved enough in the match, Charlie?
No, I don't think he has. I don't think he's really stamped his authority on the two centre backs. I think Cody and Tarkowski have had quite an easy day in terms of he's not really been up against them or trying to have a wrestling match or try to run in behind. He's running behind now,
and he's being played in by Gomez, and he's chested the ball down inside the area. Tarkowski's come across. Great save by Pickford to tip it onto the crossbar. Back to Luis Diaz inside the area, right-footed shot off the crossbar again. Liverpool hit the woodwork twice in 15 seconds. And Everton's goal leads a charmed life in thanks to Jordan Pickford, who makes a stunning save, the Everton captain, from Darwin Núñez. And then Luis Diaz hits the corner of crossbar and post to keep the score at 0-0. Charlie Adam.
I just said that he didn't threaten the two centre-backs, and what a run over the top of Tarkowski. A little bit of sleeping, great movement, and he has an effort. Great tip from Pickford onto the post, and a reaction again to get up, and Diaz cuts inside and he strikes it off the left-hand side post, and it comes out, and what a chance for Liverpool.
I can't believe that second one didn't go in, Peter Reid.
Great play, and that's the strength of Liverpool. They've got match winners all over the place. They've got ability and pace up top.
Onana has gone down on the far side. Referee has said play on again, and he's done that quite a lot. He's trying to keep things moving. There has been a goal at Celtic Park. Here's David Tanner.
Celtic 3, Rangers 0 now, and Greg Taylor's cross from the left went through a whole batch of players, and there was Liel Abada at the back post to ram the ball through John McLaughlin's legs. A second goal for Liel Abada, a third for Celtic. 4 minutes to go until half time.
Ouch, that's going to sting, that one. They got 9 last week against Dundee United, Celtic, and they've already got 3. It's not even half time yet. Here is Davis trying to help it on towards Damari Gray. It's kicked clear over the halfway line by Everton, and back to Allison. Allison plays it out to Gomez. Gomez strokes it up towards the halfway line. And Harvey Elliott gets hold of it now. It's been a game where both these two teams have produced moments. Everton certainly, for the first 40 minutes, had the best of those moments, but those 2 chances right at the end of this first half served as a warning as to what Liverpool were capable of. Diaz hitting the post after Núñez had seen his effort saved by Pickford and tipped onto the crossbar. Ball cleared away by Everton again as Liverpool come forward. Fabinho just outside the centre circle, plays it square to the left, and Luis Diaz now trying to hold on to it. He takes it towards the edge of the penalty area. On the left of him is Tsimikas, who gets the cross in, left-footed to the near post. Cody with a header, and it goes out for a corner kick right at the end of the first period. Charlie Adam.
Brilliant play from Fabinho. Switch to Diaz, and he's just waiting for Tsimikas to make a run. Gray doesn't want to match him, and he goes on the overlap, and unfortunately Tarkowski at the front post and heads it away. But it's been a great game. Any chance of Peter Reid getting some boots at half time, because I think he wants to get on the pitch?
No, I'll tell you what, the energy level of Everton over the last 5 minutes it's just dropped a little bit, and that's why Liverpool are getting at them.
Tsimikas sending the ball in left-footed deep towards the far post, header by Van Dijk, pops off Tarkowski and then cleared away up towards Gray by Gordon. Gordon continues his run up to the halfway line and takes over now and speeds into Liverpool territory. He's got players inside the area on the left-hand side, but Gordon has been driven wide by Gomez. It's good defending by Gomez, and Gomez eventually pinches it and takes it towards the near touchline and gives it to Harvey Elliott. But there was a moment there where Everton appeared to have an overload. They didn't quite make the most of it. 2 minutes of added time at the end of the first half. Mopé trying to deal with Fabinho, brings him down, free kick. They take it quickly, and Gray gets it moving. Iwobi back towards the left, Mikalenko, and then in turn turns it back to Onana centre field. He plays it wide to the right. Gordon takes it on, runs towards the edge of the penalty area, produces a cross, it's a decent one in towards Damari Gray, but it's headed away by Gomez and out to the far side. Retrieved by Mikalenko. We're in stoppage time at the end of the first half. Iwobi slides it towards Gray. Back to Davis. Round the corner for Mope. And across comes Trent Alexander-Arnold. Good defending.
Good play by Everton and good defending. Shifted the ball really well.
Yeah, great link-up play there, Davis there, and good defending from Trent, getting into the back post and covering his defender.
Ball sent in towards the edge of the box. It's away by Tsimikas and then picked up by Darwin Núñez. Brilliant tackle by Onana to turn the ball over. And Gordon now trying to get down the right, but Núñez is having none of it. He runs beyond him and then gets the ball clear. It's picked up by Cody on halfway. We're in stoppage time. 30 seconds still to play at the end of the first half. Live on TalkSport, where it's Everton 0, Liverpool 0. And with both teams having hit the woodwork in this first half. Tom Davis for Everton and Núñez and Luis Diaz smashing the frame of the goal away to our left-hand side for Liverpool. But it's goalless and we are awaiting the breakthrough. Tom Davis with his hair, his blonde hair, tied in a ponytail behind his head. Sends it back to Cody, then Pickford chips it out towards the near touchline. Patterson, who's been bright in this first half.
Tempo to it for about 40 minutes. The whole atmosphere was electric. It was up and it died for the last 5 minutes there from Everton, but they picked up near the end and a couple of chances. But no, it's been a great derby there, and I think Cavallo's just struggling. I think this little 15-minute spell could seize up that injury, and he might have to come off here at half time.
Peter, what did you make of the first 45 minutes?
I thought it was a terrific hard half of football. Thought both teams were high energy levels. Difficult to get on the ball sometimes, but really great atmosphere, and I think it's been a great football match. The only thing we're missing is a goal, and Liverpool a little bit unlucky at the end, just hitting the woodwork.
Well, both teams have been unlucky and they've hit the woodwork, but Everton's problem has been scoring goals, hasn't it? And they've probably had the better chances up until that last couple of minutes.
Well, listen, scoring goals is a problem, but if you're making chances, I remember Gary Lineker saying to me, listen, I'll miss chances. If I keep getting them, sooner or later to go in. So that's got to be the Everton's philosophy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. When you got somebody like Mope who can score a goal, can finish, as long as you're creating, then you've got half a chance that he'll tuck one away. But Liverpool always dangerous on the break.
Well, what did we say? Núñez hasn't hardly been involved in the game.
Yeah, I said that. One move right over the top of Tarkowski, and they hit the woodwork twice. But listen, that's what the quality of the strike you do. That's what you get for £60 million.
Liverpool have been threatening on occasion, and certainly so have Everton. It was a terrific start to the game, a real aggressive encounter, intense encounter, high tempo encounter between these two giants from the city of Liverpool. The city of Glasgow divided green and white hoops and blue today, but certainly at the moment it appears as if there's only going to be one winner. David Tanner.
And at half-time, it's Celtic 3, Rangers 0, Sam, and Celtic's top goal scorer, Kyogo Furuhashi, was injured in the first minute. Georgios Giakoumakis replaced him, but that change did not upset Celtic's rhythm. Celtic scored after just 8 minutes. Rangers' Ryan Kent conceded a throw-in. Celtic were quick and at it. Jota snatched up the ball, took the throw-in quickly into the box where Matt O'Reilly squared the ball for Liel Abada, and his shot was parried by John McLaughlin. The power of the shot, though, made it unstoppable. During a period of Rangers possession, Borna Barisic threw in a cross for Antonio Cholak, who should have equalised, but then it was 2-0. A quickly taken free kick this time, and Jota chipped the ball over John McLaughlin. 8 minutes later, Liel Abada scored his second of the game, his fifth in 7 days. Greg Taylor's cross from the left went through a whole sea of players, and there was Abada waiting at the back post. Abada got a hat-trick last week. He's 1 goal away from it this week. Just like in February at Parkhead, it's Celtic 3, Rangers 0 at half-time.
Thank you very much, David. Lots of work to do for Giovanni Van Bronckhorst and his team at the break. There's going to be need to be some inspirational team talk from the Rangers manager. We'll get back to David throughout the course of the second half. We'll look forward to some of the big games that are taking place a little bit later in the next few minutes as well. Remember, there are more ways of listening to TalkSport than ever before, so whether you're at home, you're on the move, you're out and about today, if you're at work or whatever, even if you're at a football match, make sure you can take us with you, as well as the DAB digital radios and the medium wave on 1089 and 1053. You can tune in via the TalkSport app. It's easy to download. Just get it from the Google Play Store or the App Store. If you've got an Apple device, you can flick them between TalkSport and TalkSport 2, as well as listen to some of our podcasts. I had a good podcast this week, the Game Day podcast, which reviews and previews all the Premier League action every single week. Why not listen via your smart speaker as well? Just ask your device to play TalkSport, or you can even ask it to wake you up to TalkSport Breakfast, so that Laura, Alan and Ali are with you from the moment you open your eyes. And now the TalkSport app supports Apple CarPlay as well, Android Auto too, so you can have us on in the car and you can ensure that you don't miss a moment. However you listen, make sure you keep it TalkSport. You won't want to take your ears off this one. The second half is on the way next.
Game day exclusive on TalkSport with Now Sports. Stream all the Sky Sports action, like Aston Villa versus Man City live today for $11.99. No contract. Search Now Sports. 18 plus. Stream via internet. Terms apply.
What does Asahi Super Dry taste like? Crisp, refreshing and always super dry. A taste as unexpected and surprising as modern Japan. That's right, Japan's #1 beer. Asahi Super Dry, beyond expected. Go to asahisuperdry.com to verify. Enjoy responsibly. Visit drinkaware.co.uk to find out more.
You what? You what? You what? You what? You what? You're not watching the big footy games in a pub and grill fan zone at Village Hotels? Who are ya? Premier League and big games on giant screens, stadium seats, great lineup of beers, and dirty burgers and bar snacks to tackle. Plus, win big game tickets, beer for a year, and other great prizes. Visit villagehotels.com/TalkSport. Terms and conditions apply. 18 plus. Always drink responsibly. Who are ya?
Hello, my friend. Life comes at you fast, so make time for you time with Just Eat. Here for early times, lunch times, late times, strange times. The perfect times for the McDonald's sausage and egg McMuffins, Leon Love Burgers, and German Doner kebabs. Plus more from Costa Coffee, Subway, and Papa John's. So order now, later, in a bit, whenever. We got it.
Did somebody say Just Eat?
Product subject to availability and restaurant opening and serving times. Participating stores only. See justeat.co.uk for details.
We all fantasize about our perfect home. Watching the big game cozied up in the snug. Balmy summer nights with the kids playing on the lawn.
We're playing real-life football!
But come on, this isn't real. Listen, if you're serious about making your fantasy a reality, find out what your home is worth instantly with a free online valuation estimate. Get real about moving. Get on the market. Most common time to obtain an online quote between 1st of June 2021 and 30th of September 2021 was under 3 minutes. Excludes Northern Ireland.
We got it at Selco. Selco, it's where the trade go.
At Selco Builders Warehouse, we've got real deals on a wide range of trade quality building products. This month, we've got 15 litres of Magnolia or Brilliant White Lane & Trade Super Latex Matte Emulsion for only £21.99 each ex-VAT. Now that's a real deal. Find even more real deals at Selco Builders Warehouse and online at selcobw.com.
We've got it at Selco. Selco, it's where the trade go.
That charged at 20%.
For all the top Premier League analysis, listen to The Game, the Premier Football podcast from The Times. Every Monday and Thursday, join Hugh Woosencroft and a host of big-name guests for in-depth reaction and opinion on the latest action and the biggest issues in the world of football.
It's a massive goal!
Hear previews of all the upcoming matches and provocative and compelling opinions from some of the finest football writers from The Times and The Sunday Times.
Lovely bit of football!
Listen to The Game on the free Times Radio app or wherever you find your podcasts.
For Betfair, betting is supposed to be fun, a way to play where you're in control. And to help you make the right choice and stay in control, Betfair has created some online tools. They're practical, so you can set yourself a deposit limit or a loss limit, get reminders after a certain amount of time playing with Reality Check, and take breaks with a timeout, so your betting stays fun. To try them out, go to safergambling.betfair.com.
18 plus begambleaware.org.
Game day exclusive on TalkSport with Car Finance 24/7. Get your finance sorted first, then choose your car. Search Car Finance 24/7 today.
The games, the goals, and the glory.
Oh, and he's found the net!
Game day.
Brilliant strike.
Live football coverage that's beyond compare.
Game day exclusive
on Talk Sport.
Everton 0, Liverpool 0 at half-time in the Merseyside derby. Not the case in Glasgow. Celtic firmly in front at in the Old Firm game. But let's get the latest odds from Betfair, the official betting partner of TalkSport's Premier League coverage.
Game day on TalkSport with Betfair. Get a hand from Betfair's popular bet builder and easily add our fan favourite football selections to your bet slip. Terms and conditions apply. See support.betfair.com. 18+, begambleaware.org.
Welcome back to Alex Boyes from Betfair. Hello.
Thank you, Sam. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. What a fantastic first 45 minutes of football we've had here at Goodison Park. How are the odds looking in the second half?
Yeah, it was brilliant, wasn't it? It was a proper midfield battle, I thought. A lot of fouls, a lot of breaking up play, and I think Everton probably going as the happier of the two teams, to be honest. You know, they'd be really hard done by to have conceded at the end there, but they're well in this game and they've looked dangerous. So they are now 6-1 to go on and win this game, which is a pretty decent price after that first half. Liverpool still the odds-on favourites with that quality they possess, of course, at 8-13, whilst you can back the draw at 11-5.
In Durham is your guide as we take you round the grounds in the Premier League, the EFL, and he'll be the only broadcaster on radio bringing you a full classified check on the scores from 5 o'clock this afternoon. He's going to be at Stamford Bridge ahead of Chelsea against West Ham. That's joined him now. Hello.
I am at Stamford Bridge already. West Ham players are on the pitch. Jared Bowen got done by the sprinklers. Pretty sure they did that deliberately, but I'm just watching Lucas Paqueta, their record signing. Came on as sub midweek in the 1-1 draw against Spurs. Did a few good things. Didn't sparkle as his debut. He'd only been there 24 hours or so, but he's just casually having a drink, strolling around on this Stamford Bridge pitch. And I'm expecting big things from this guy, if not today, certainly for the rest of the season and beyond for West Ham United.
Spurs Fulham is live on TalkSport 2 with Ian Danter and Perry Groves at the same time. You've been watching both the Old Firm game and this one here. What's caught your eye?
Rangers are absolutely dreadful. If they hadn't qualified for the Champions League, I think there's every chance Gio Van Bronckhorst could be sacked at half-time. They've been that bad. It's almost like it's not a derby. It's ridiculous. Celtic playing some good stuff, but it's an absolute stroll for them this afternoon, and fair play to them. They are going to go on and win the league again.
So it's not a good sign for our European tour then, Ed?
There may be Rangers like last season are saving it for Europe. Maybe that's the case, Charlie. But yes, our European tour with Rangers is still a possibility. The title parade is not going to be happening this season. They've been truly, truly shocking. But I've been listening to you guys. What a first half. For a 0-0er, it's been sensational. I think what could have really made it brilliant, had Tom Davies's one not hit the post, if it's squeezed in, then you get a ramping up in atmosphere and a ramping up in the intensity as well. But already it's been absolutely brilliant. Jordan Pickford. I mean, there seems to be this debate out of nowhere about England's number one. There's no debate for me. That's a sensational save from him.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because Ramsdale's obviously played quite well, and I've had a few texts early in the season saying, is there any chance that Ramsdale could be number one for the World Cup? And my point always is, why? What has he done? What has Pickford done that is going to dramatically alter the current landscape? This is a guy who has played for England right the way up to a World Cup semi-final and a European Championship final. The headlines that would be carved out if you were to drop him would be ridiculous. There's no need to rock that boat, is there?
I don't see anything he's done wrong, either for club or for country. I don't see anything. Listen, he's captain. He makes great saves. I think his distribution is really good. I don't think. While you can't say he's the best in the world, okay, we wouldn't go that far. But I can't see another keeper. Maybe Pope is doing some good things, okay, at Newcastle since he moved. I can see why there'd be a case to say, well, he's pushing Pickford hard. Ramsdale as well. I'm a big fan of his, but I don't see either of them producing the kind of all-round goalkeeper's game that you need in the modern era that Pickford has. He is, for me, the undisputed number one.
Okay, Adrian Durham on air from 2:30 this afternoon, bringing you live around the grounds action, all the goals as they go in. Have a good afternoon, Aid. Enjoy that. Enjoy Stamford Bridge. Spurs Fulham live on TalkSport 2 with Ian Danta and Perry Groves at 5:30. It's Villa against Manchester City. Jamie O'Hara and Gabby Agbonlahor will keep you in touch with that during the cracking new phone-in they've got going, which is also live on YouTube. They'll take your calls before anyone else on national radio, and Erling Haaland has the chance to be the first player since 1946 to score 3 consecutive hat-tricks in the top flight of English football. The last person to do that, 1946, who was it really? Probably a teammate of yours.
1946?
Yeah.
Tom Finney.
Jack Barmer of Liverpool.
Liverpool? Was it? I would be a Liverpoolian, wouldn't you? Thanks for that.
No one's got a hat-trick so far in this game. Is there going to be an early change at the start of the second half, Charlie Adam? Because Roberto Firmino has been he's been warming up throughout the course of the break.
Yeah, I think it's come from that challenge from Anana, who's caught Carvalho on the thigh, and like you said, that 10-15 minutes sitting down and not keeping it moving, maybe just tightened it up and made the change, but there's not a bad replacement to come on, is it?
Well, it's an interesting change as well, isn't it? Because it means that Liverpool playing with a back four of Alexander-Arnold, Gomez, Van Dijk and Tsimikas in front of Alisson, Elliott and Fabinho and Firmino in the midfield trio with Salah, Nunez and Diaz. It'll be interesting to see how they shape up.
Yeah, but can they go 4-4-2?
Possibly.
And put Nunez and Firmino together. Looks like they are going to go 4-4-2.
The way they were lining up there, didn't they?
Well, Everton get us off and underway at the start of the second half in those blue shirts, white shorts and white socks, attacking the goal away to our left. They have Pickford in goal, Patterson, Tarkowski, Cody and Mikalenko, Davis, Onana and Iwobi, the three-man midfield, and then Gray, Mope and Gordon up top. And you've got the Liverpool team there in red shirts, red shorts and red socks, attacking the park end away to our left-hand side. It's 0-0. Both teams have hit the woodwork. It's been a spicy derby, good fun, entertaining watch, and Nunez has just got the better of Cody over on the far side, but Cody accuses him of doing so illegally. The referee concurs. It's a free kick to Everton away to our right. If you're Everton, would you do anything different in this second half, Peter Reid?
No, the only thing that I'm concerned about is the energy levels, because they've worked so hard as a unit, keeping them up, but I think Everton have handled it well, and I've got to say Tarkowski and Cody at the back, considering it in the four, have done excellent.
Yeah, just they're playing against one, aren't they? But like you say, Liverpool, Firmino's going into that 10 position out of possession, and maybe look to maybe in possession, maybe goes to 4-4-2. So
turned over by Everton inside the Liverpool half. The ball from Gray doesn't squeeze through a tight gap, and Tsimikas then counters and runs to the left, and Luis Diaz is in behind Tarkowski, pulls it back for Darwin Nunez, and he poorly gets right underneath the ball, scoops it towards goal, and then an offside flag goes up against Luis Diaz. But that was a brilliant moment from Liverpool when they turned defence into attack at lightning speed and then set up a chance for Nunez, whose finishing was all wrong.
That's what Liverpool are good at, but Gray's got to get his pass right there. Everton were in, two runners outside him, and it's been intercepted, and if you do that against Liverpool, you've got a problem because they break so well.
Nunez probably should have done better with his finish, shouldn't he?
Yeah, no, he just sort of catches it, tried to hit it with his left foot and gets underneath it, but no, the speed of Liverpool on that counter-attack is dangerous.
Everton 0, Liverpool 0. Frank Lampard hasn't had much success as a manager against Liverpool, not many do, and his team have just given the ball away cheaply over on the far side, and Diaz has found Tsimikas down by the corner flag, left side of the area, moves it into the box, Diaz chasing, across comes Cody, blows it straight out, it's away for a throw-in.
Cody reads them situations really well, to be fair to the lads.
He's brilliant, isn't he? His organisation, you can see he's a leader in that back four. He's telling Patterson, who's still relatively young in terms of experience in the game. I know he played at Rangers, but he's not played many games in terms of coming back from injury. And he's organising them every moment, every time he goes out to play. Calm down, take your time, don't do nothing rash, and brilliant experience to have beside him.
Ball is out far side. Liverpool have it. Tsimikas travels back towards the midway point of the Everton half. Van Dijk plays it square. Gomez to the right. Now it's with Alexander-Arnold. Ball forward is cut out by Tarkowski, and then it's infield by Gordon. Then on to Onana, who scoops it over Fabinho's head. Away by Van Dijk. Loose on the halfway line. Picked up now by Firmino, who turns it on to Salah. Salah, who hasn't had too many touches of the ball, but he's running towards the edge of the penalty area and plays it towards the back post, and Nunez is there again to shoot against Patterson, who blocks it brilliantly. Tsimikas picks it up, left angle of the box, taking on Gray, gets to the byline, produces a cross deep towards the far post, looking for Elliott. It's come back to Elliott, he then delivers it to the far post. Tsimikas is there, and I think Pickford's got a touch on that again.
It's a big chance, big chance. Tsimikas has got to actually hit the target, but wonderful shot from Harvey Elliott. He takes it out the sky. Mikalenko's got to do better. He's got to
head it out for a corner. Look at this header here. You've got to head it out for a corner.
Yeah, it's a brilliant effort from Harvey Elliott there, but Tsimikas got to do better. He tried to be greedy and maybe should have cut it back. But the big thing for Everton they have to do is when Onana starts driving with the ball, Iwobi and Davis, they're flooding out of the position as well. They're moving out and leaving huge gaps, and if you do that and allow Firmino to go and pick up 10, they're going to crucify Everton. So it's important that if the Nana goes forward, one of they two have to sit and protect.
Everton have been caught out, losing possession 3 times, and Liverpool on the counter-attack. He can't afford to do it against Liverpool.
Salah played in by Firmino, taking the ball out of the sky, tackled by Davis. Referee says that's fine. Iwobi sends it diagonally out to the right, and Damari Gray now scampers forward, runs at Tsimikas, goes on the outside, looks to get a cross in, stops the ball, plays it back to Iwobi, bit of space to deliver it into Mope, overhead kick towards goal, which just loops over the top of the crossbar and floats behind and away for a goal kick. A little bit more incisive for the first time in the second half by Everton.
I don't mind that positive play by Gray. Men in the box, Mope trying to overhead. Didn't come off, but at least it's very positive, getting in behind the Liverpool defence.
Decent enough there for Iwobi. Good little chip pass into Mopai, but trying the spectacular. We were never going to beat Alisson from that position.
Liverpool won 4-1 at Goodison Park last season, and they haven't had it all their own way in this game. 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes gone in the second half, and Mikalenko drops on the ball down by the corner flag, plays it against Salah, wins the throw-in. Big smile on the Ukrainian's face. He walks over towards the assistant on the near touchline.
How the official cannot say that hits Mikalenko in the foot before it goes up. We could see it and we're 50-60 yards away from it. It's incredible. But I think Onana keeps going. He's using his enthusiasm to try to get close to Firmino, and Firmino starts peeling out into this side. He's allowing huge gaps in the middle of the pitch.
Gordon takes it a halfway, taken down by Gray, uses his strength really well to take on Tsimikas. I think he fancies his chance against Tsimikas today. Damari Gray, he's had a bright start to the season, scored at Fleetwood, scored against Nottingham Forest, has dazzled a couple of times with his peeling off to the right side and jinking towards the edge of the box. And Liverpool just starting to enjoy a little bit more possession, more purposeful possession in the Everton half. On to Salah, flicked away by Tarkowski. Tarkowski sends it long and out towards the near side. Across comes Gomez, wrestles with Mope. The ball goes out of play. It's going to be a throw into. Well, I mean, it's got to be a throw into Everton for a start. No, it's going to be a Liverpool throw, and Mope, they say no foul. Fair enough.
He's a strong boy, Joe Gomez. It's a foul.
I mean, how it's not a foul, I don't know. He's grabbed him by the shirt and thrown him to the floor. Here is Luis Diaz on the left angle of the penalty area, helping it on to Tsimikas, whose cross is blocked by Davis, goes out for a corner over on the far side. Peter Reid.
Well, it was a foul, he missed it, and Liverpool getting the corner now. Everton have got to switch on, concentrate on this, because Liverpool are quality deliveries.
7 minutes gone in the second half. 0-0 the score in the Merseyside derby. Van Dijk, Nunez, Fabinho, And Firmino right on the penalty spot, a clutch of red shirts, dart towards the ball. Van Dijk goes towards it, Tarkowski heads it away. It's back in by Alexander-Arnold, a loopy one towards the goalkeeper. Pickford will claim rather easily and then immediately look to try and dispatch upfield, and he does so with expert precision out towards the near side, but Iwobi's not going to get there.
Unlucky.
No,
right idea, one of
yeah,
the
brilliant idea, good run from Iwobi, but unfortunately just in front of him, and good counter-attack just come to nothing really. But listen, Liverpool started the second half really well, and corner and being in Everton's penalty box.
Tossed in by.
He's been excellent in the end.
It looks a play, doesn't he, the lad?
Yeah, and he's just won another ball on the halfway line. Here is Salah chasing down the right, engaged by Tarkowski, away by Cody, comes back to Nunez on the volley, and it's saved down low by Jordan Pickford. A sweeping move by Liverpool, brilliant delivery by Salah, and a first time hit with his right foot by Nunez, which went straight down the throat of the Everton goalkeeper. Davis taking no chances, and Arna gave the ball away in midfield, just overran it there, and he almost got himself involved in a challenge with Fabinho, which could have been dangerous.
Yeah, the challenge, he ended up picking up that second yellow card, but going by, just seen a highlight there, decent enough strike from Nunez, but straight out Pickford.
Back they come again, Liverpool, with Tsimikas infield to the Colombian Luis Diaz, and then on to Fabinho, back to Firmino, back to Fabinho, and they played around Everton too easily here. Tsimikas with a delivery into the box, headed into the air by Cody, took charge of a difficult situation, and it goes out for a corner kick.
Like I said before, the energy levels Everton have had in the first half, they look a little bit leggy at the start of this second half, and that's why Liverpool are playing around them, and Liverpool look extremely dangerous at the moment.
Yeah, but Peter, then that becomes to, in the game, don't play in your own half, don't invite the pressure from Liverpool. Can you turn them, can you put it in the channels, can you make Van Dijk face his own goal, and have runners from Gray and Gordon and Mopai to get them up the pitch?
Ball delivered to the far post, looking for Salah, heads it down, but it's won by Mope, who then tries to go round Elliott, but is not going to get there because Joe Gomez is coming across midway inside the Everton half, but Everton do well, push out, and the ball goes back to Alisson. Maybe Everton could do with a substitution, some fresher legs, but in midweek in the game against Leeds, they didn't make a single substitution. The only Premier League team so far this season to be in that position. Will Frank Lampard roll the dice? Elliott round the corner, looking for the run by Diaz, spinning in behind. Patterson goes across, gives him a little nudge, ball goes out of play, and it's away for a goal kick away to our right-hand side. Everton
have just got to settle this game down a little bit. I mean, I like playing out from the back, but sometimes Liverpool are on the full press and they win the ball back in Everton's half and putting pressure on them. Sometimes just get up the pitch, get a second ball, and like Charlie said rightly, get it down the sides and turn them.
I think we might see a Dressagana Gay in the next few minutes here for Everton. 0-0. Pickford's going to go long with his goal kick. He fires the ball downfield up towards Gordon. A flick on by him, chested down by Mope, helps it into midfield. Davis collects it on his chest, then turns the ball away from Firmino, who fights for it, wins it, but Iwobi wins it back. There's space on the left for Gordon. He goes centrally into a congested area, then tries to volley from about 30 yards, and the idea was right actually, because he spotted Alisson off his line. Didn't catch it as well as he may have hoped, but it was certainly a rather inventive, innovative idea from Alex Iwobi.
Yeah, he just muscles Elliott off the ball and just gets a lucky break of it, but he just tries something different. Maybe probably should have fed Gordon, but you don't mind that if he tries something, and might have catched Alisson, but he never done that, and back in possession at Liverpool.
Everton won the second ball in Liverpool's half and got at them. And like Charlie and myself said before, that's what they've got to do.
But that's what brings confidence, winning second balls, and you think you're tired now, but if you're getting on the second balls, then the tiredness doesn't come. The longer that they don't have the ball, then they'll be coming tired.
Alexander-Arnold down the right into Elliott. Elliott keeps it alive, and Arna comes across. Diaz goes in with a challenge on Tarkowski, who just shoves him out of the way. It goes out for a goal kick away to our right-hand side. Talk Sport, Everton 0, Liverpool 0. We'll give you the team news from the 3 o'clock games at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Jurgen Klopp is just thinking about rearranging his pieces on the chessboard once again. James Milner looks as if he's going to come on. Robertson looks as if he's going to come on as well. A couple of big changes for Liverpool about to be in the offing.
I think maybe a Tsimikas and
given away again, back to Cody and Well, it's a misplaced pass that from Patterson, which rolls all the way back and goes out of play and away for a corner kick, and that's not what you need, Peter Reid.
Unnecessary pressure, playing out from the back. Sometimes to get the breather, a long ball and win a second ball. Liverpool are ready for Everton to play out and they're pressing early.
Idrissa Gueye as well coming on for Everton.
Here's the corner, first to be taken by Tsimikas towards Van Dijk, who loops it into the air, and it goes out for a goal kick. So here is the return of Idrissa Gueye, who after 3 years in Paris has switched back to Merseyside, and 2 changes for Liverpool, Robertson and Milner coming on, and the players coming off are Kostas Tsimikas, no surprise there, it's a like-for-like switch for Robertson, and Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Surprised, and Milner going to right back. It's
must be an injury, that's Charlie.
No, I don't think it is. I don't think he's too happy.
Wow.
Has he had enough impact on this game?
No, not as normal, not as what he would do. He's normally there putting in good quality balls, and he's been criticised so far this season, hasn't he, Trent? And how he's played. But he'll come through this, and he'll get to the levels that he has in previous seasons. But he's a wonderful player, and it's just a surprise to see him getting taken off.
We're still waiting. Idrissa Gueye just going through the motions, and Craig Pawson is going to allow play to continue until the referee Anthony Taylor that things can go on, as Gray picks it up off Gomez, plays it wide to the left. He wants a return from Gordon, gets the return from Gordon inside the area, flicks it around the corner. There was no one there to get on the end of it. The idea was great from Damari Gray. The execution maybe leaving something to be desired, because Gordon really needed to dart into a central position if he was going to get onto that.
He has, but he's not actually noticed it. I just think he's flicked it for the sake of flicking it, when really he could have got his body in and maybe put a cross with his left foot. He flicked it and there was nobody there. He should see that actually there's nobody there, and maybe he's in the box 1v1 with somebody. He might get a foul, or he get something across, or a corner out or something.
Back it goes to the halfway line. Everton have it with Pickford, tossed over the top, and Mikalenko might get in behind Milner here, but Milner shows his experience, waits for it to drop, and then goes and engage. Cleared by Alisson, picked up by Iwobi, back with Gordon, who tries to body swerve away from Milner, who's been brought on, I think, to deal with Anthony Gordon. Here is Davis bursting through the defence, plays it wide. Gordon's got it now, left side, into the penalty area he goes. He's got support, but he goes on the outside, gets to the byline, delivers across. It's pushed behind by Van Dijk, and it's out for a corner.
By the way, that's really good play, getting at James Milner in that right back position. I think if Everton could feed Gordon, I think that might be a problem for us.
Yeah, no, it's good play from Gordon. Good positive play. Get at Milner, just come on as sub, and gets a corner for him. A big chance here. The big side, Everton.
Another corner to be taken by Damari Gray in front of the Gladys Street end. The Gladys Street, which is trying to suck in the ball as Tarkowski darts towards the near post, to the back post. Well, there's no one there because the ball was just so heavily hit. It drops right on the perimeter of the far edge of the penalty area and goes behind for a goal kick. What a waste, Peter Reid.
The most important thing, as we all know about dead ball situations, is delivery. And if he disappointed with himself, we all make mistakes, but you've got to get it right in that danger area.
Tom Davis off, and Idrissa Gueye is back in Everton blue.
Yeah, good sign. He was brilliant here previously. Good energy, good on the ball, and he got a big move to Paris Saint-Germain. It's very hard to turn down, and unfortunately for him, he's had to come back. He's coming back now, so hopefully he comes back a better player.
By the way, Sam, that's how old I am. I managed James Milner at Leeds United last century, I think it was.
What a professional.
top man.
That was early 2000s, wasn't it? 2002, 3, something like that.
Correct. Spot on.
Yeah, I think I went with you to. We went to the Arc. Did you go to the Arc Royal? Were you on the Arc Royal down in Portsmouth with the Leeds
got a good
team?
memory.
Yeah, we went and did that together. That was a long time ago.
You always remember the good trips.
Here, they lost 6-1 the next day, didn't you?
Portsmouth, yeah.
Here's Gray.
I got the sack. Thanks for reminding me. I got the sack on the Monday. I'm not coming again, Sam. I'm not coming again.
Iwobi wins the ball on the near touchline. Back to Patterson. It switches the ball out towards the far side. Gordon brings it down. He's up against Robertson now in the right flank. Tees it up for Patterson, who bursts into the box. Deflection and just narrowly wide of the post. Brilliant move from Everton. from one side of the pitch to the other, and only a deflection from Virgil van Dijk stops it from being 1-0.
That's a wonderful ball for Tarkowski over Robertson's head. Anthony Gordon gets his head up this time, goes to play in Anana, and Patterson nicks in front of him and has a shot, and it comes off the back of Van Dijk.
Corner to Everton, over on the far side, to be taken by Gray.
Get the delivery right, get the delivery right, come on.
Tarkowski, Mopé, all inside the penalty area. Cody's in there as well. It's right-footed delivery in towards the near post. Anana is up there, but so is Van Dijk, and he gets a strong header away. Gordon doesn't get on the end of it. Elliott flicks it into the air. Mikalenko's favourite to win it, but he nods it straight into the path of Milner. Milner, crossfield pass looking for Diaz on the counter-attack, who wins the header, drops for Nunez, can't bring it down. Iwobi is there, goes back to the edge of the box. Lovely shot by Firmino, and a wonderful, outstanding one-handed save from Pickford. What a brilliant save.
What a save. I heard the half-time about Pickford England's number one. He kept Everton up with his saves last year, and that was a magnificent save.
That counter-attack is so quick. Brilliant there from Firmino, through the legs of Tarkowski, and he might have seen it late. Pickford was a great hand.
Corner in towards the near post. Firmino with a header, another great stop by Pickford on the line. And Liverpool being denied by Jordan Pickford time after time. That was a brilliant corner into the near post. Firmino with a direct header, point blank range, and it's a good stop by Pickford. Here is Milner from the corner, back into the middle, looking for Van Dijk, heads it down, away, comes back to Van Dijk again, lashed it into the air, Nunez keeps it alive, Fabinho, and Pickford's done it again, dropping to his left, turning it round the post, it's out for a corner.
Everton have got to concentrate here under immense pressure, and only the England number one is keeping Everton from going behind here.
Listen, it's great set play from Robertson. It's just the thing is that zonal marking, Everton zonal marking, and allowing the big boys of Van Dijk, Fabinho, Firmino, Nunez, free headers, be able to go and run at people and get in between the spaces.
Robertson with another delivery, left footed in towards the near post, and it's aimed by Van Dijk down, blocked on the line this time. Anana tries to bring it clear, and Everton looking to counter-attack, and Gray has skipped past Milner, and he's running into the Liverpool half of the field. He's charging up towards the Gladys Street. It's 5-on-3. He slips it back to Gordon, comes to Mopé, he shoots. It's a brilliant save by Alisson.
Oh,
wonderful save.
What an attack. What a save. Damari Gray. Onana just nicked him in. Beats it, and the great run into the box. What a magnificent save.
Top class goal came from Alisson there. Same again, great counter attack with speed, and he just going, oh, what a save. Just watching it back, great save, and just 2 or 3 Everton players, just as he saved it there, went on their knees, fell down.
What an attack from Everton. What a save by Alisson. Delivery into the far post, punched away by the Brazilian goalkeeper. Out to the far side. Milner stops it from going out for a throw-in, and Everton have got it back again. Chances at both ends in this brilliant topsy-turvy end-to-end Merseyside derby, but it's Everton 0, Liverpool 0 on Talk Sport. The ball sent down the left. Gray charging forward again. Robertson's going to get there. It's out for a throw-in to Everton.
This game's come alive again.
Game.
Oh, brilliant.
It's a privilege to be here. It's a fantastic football match.
You're listening to Everton 0, Liverpool 0 on Talk Sport with Now Sports. And remember, with Now Sports, you can stream all the Sky Sports action, like Aston Villa versus Man City live today for $11.99, no contract. Search Now Sports. Iwobi on the near touchline, winning the ball for Everton, playing against Firmino and winning a throw-in. Level with the edge of the penalty area, with Everton on the attack once again. Everton, who finished 16th last season, their lowest finish for 18 years, expected by many to struggle, but they've shown enough, I think, in this game to show that can't be the case, surely.
By the way, they've been absolutely outstanding against a really good Liverpool side, as we all know, but Lampard is doing a good job. Yeah,
only 66 minutes. You can only do the derbies. They take care of themselves in terms of your performance now. But 66 minutes, can they go and do it now for the next 33 games and push up the league and get success for this football club again?
Robertson down the left. Anana goes across, plays it against Robertson. Thinks he's going to get a free kick. A throw-in for Everton, because he thought it was a clean tackle, and he plays it against Robertson, but it's gone out for a corner kick for Liverpool.
It's Everton's ball. It should have been Everton's goal kick, but he's got away with that one. But keep talking about Anana. I think he's been magnificent, especially on that yellow card performance.
22 to go. Here's the corner. Robertson to take it. Left-footed. Arcs it out towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Van Dijk tries to keep it alive. It's dropped. Towards the edge of the penalty area. Helps it back to Gordon. Gordon tries to get his shot across the goalkeeper, but he was well wide, and it hits Gomez and goes behind and away for another corner.
Listen, if he'd got his head up Anthony Gordon, he could have actually had a shot for halfway. Alisson was well at his goal, but no, they broke well, and he managed to get something out of it, get the corner and put pressure back on Liverpool. But it's been end-to-end, been a brilliant game.
Excellent game. The energy, the players, and the skill factor has been brilliant this afternoon.
Corners will be taken by Damari Gray of Everton. Over on the far side in front of the Gladys Street, Anana, Gay and Tarkovsky up from the back. It's flicked on by Fabinho, comes out to the left side. Mikalenko will recycle it. It's a deep one. Tarkovsky's not going to get on the end of that. It's going to run through to Gray again. There was a bit of shirt pulling going on in there. Gray's got another chance to cross. He does so towards Mopé. Brings it down on his chest, then slides it towards the far post and in. Neil Mopé, with maybe a bit of help at the far post from Conor Cody, who might just have got there and got the final touch, has just put Everton ahead in the 241st Merseyside derby, and it's bedlam inside Goodison Park. Conor Cody with the goal, the final touch at the far post to put Everton in front against Liverpool in the biggest game of them all in this city, and the biggest game for him, a former Liverpool player wearing Everton blue, making it Everton 1, Liverpool 0.
Oh, it's a brilliant ball. Damari Gray just hangs it up there, and Milner just gets underneath there. It's a great touch, Mopé, and he smashed. Oh, he's offside.
I said that, didn't I?
He's offside.
I said that before. I said that to you, Charlie, didn't I?
Oh, it's a great play, but I think he's just offside.
It does look offside. I did think that initially, and I wondered whether or not, if he'd left it, would it have gone in?
Wide. It was going wide.
I'm not sure that it was going in, so he had to touch it. I think this might be ruled out. They're checking for a possible offside. And this moment for Conor Cody of extreme joy as he darted away to the corner flag might be about to be taken away from him. It looks like he's... Is he behind the ball?
No, it's offside.
I'm not sure. It looks offside to me.
Yeah. But it's great play from Gray to hang up, and Milner unfortunately gets underneath it. And
well, I tell you what, it's very tight.
No, he's off, Peter, he's off.
Reed's almost over the top of the balcony, and he's screaming at the screen. They can't hear you, Peter. They've got to draw the lines. They're not 100% sure, because if they were, they would have sorted this out a lot quicker. But this is a massive moment in the season. This is a massive moment for Liverpool, a massive moment for Everton in their campaign.
Offside.
And it looks very much as if Conor Cody is offside. Peter Reed's not convinced. Charlie Adam is, and the referee now is 2, no goal.
Yeah, listen, it was the angle is as if it looks onside, but no, just offside is marginal. But that's why we brought VAR into the game, to make these decisions. Oh wow.
Well, it's kicked off on the touchline again, has it?
No, somebody's thrown something from up here.
Someone's thrown a bottle from the stand.
There's no need for that. We don't want that on
the... It's an empty beer bottle, I think it is, that has been tossed towards Jurgen Klopp, and it may well have connected with the German manager. Craig Pawson trying to deal with that. Frank Lampard actually has come across to check that everything is okay and to try and calm things down. Conor Cody has just told the players to keep their head. The stewards have had to come onto the pitch to take a spectator off the pitch who's come on to encroach. I think the bottle had liquid in it, so it was pretty heavy. Jurgen Klopp didn't really flinch.
It's come from this main stand. He was actually sitting, he was actually down having a drink, so it's come from this main stand.
Whatever happens in a football match, there's no way that behaviour should be condoned. It's an absolute disgrace. We're all better than that. This is a hard-fought game, fierce rivalry, but that is an absolute embarrassment to our football club.
It's not a great look, and I'm sure that the ramifications for that will go on long into the night. Everton have got to keep their heads, having thought they'd taken the lead, had that moment taken away from them. And now the PA announcer is trying to cool things down inside the stadium. There's a bit of a melee involving Tarkowski and Darwin Nunez over on the far side. And all of a sudden, Anthony Taylor has just tried to calm things down. The PA announcer has just said that CCTV footage is now being reviewed and that the culprit, once identified, will be arrested. I think that's what the PA announcer just said.
Absolutely.
Right.
Well, it's all kicking off in the Merseyside derby, but it's still goalless here. Ball chipped forward towards Mopé, headed away by Van Dijk. Into midfield. Everton are going to win it with Idrissa Gana Gray, and then out towards the left-hand side where it's picked up by Gordon. Gray is engaged by Fabinho. Mikalenko and Milner go up in the air for a header, for a bouncing ball. It's cleared away by Milner. Salah tries to escape. It's out of play by Tarkowski. So we'll get team news from Spurs against Fulham and TalkSport's Ollie Klink.
There are 5 changes from the Spurs side that drew at West Ham in midweek. Out comes Sanchez, Davies, Perisic, Bissouma and Kulusevski. In come Romero, Longley, Bentancur and Sessegnon. And there's a first Tottenham start for Richarlison. As for Fulham, no changes from their 2-1 win over Brighton on Tuesday, but new signings Daniel James, Willian and Vinicius all make the bench. It's Spurs against Fulham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
And that game is live over on TalkSport 2. Kick-off at 3 o'clock with Perry Groves and birthday boy Ian Danta. We've got live commentary of the Merseyside derby. It's goalless here. 17 minutes to go. Gray moves towards the edge of the penalty area, clips the ball towards Gordon. It's away by Milner, but falls to Iwobi. Back towards Gordon inside the box. Gomez comes across, puts it out. It's another corner. Quickly off to Stamford Bridge. Team news comes from Alex Crook.
The big news is that Wesley Fofana makes his Chelsea debut. One of 5 changes for the host. James Kovacic, Pulisic and Gallagher come in. Mason Mount among those making way. West Ham hand a first Premier League start to Lucas Paquetá, while Emerson also starts against his old club.
39,000 here at Goodison Park. It's a throwing down by the corner flag for Everton, who are coming forward at 0-0. Iwobi trying to get beyond Firmino, tussles, wins the ball and sends it up to Salah. Looks for the return, then plays it in towards Darwin Nunez. Won by Patterson, helped on by Salah though into the air. And there's a bit of space on the far side for Luis Diaz, who takes it out of the sky, moves into Everton territory towards the left, poor pass. And Idrissa Gana Gueye tidies up for Everton. They win it, turn it over, move up towards halfway, find Gay again. Onana played him in, and then Mopé wasn't watching, and there was space out wide for Gordon. So we'll go off to St James's Park and Steve Harmison.
2 changes for both sides. Sean Botman returned for Lascelles and Byrne. No Maximum or Gramerez in the squad for Newcastle. For Palace, Mitchell and Ayew return into the starting 11 for Clyde and Ozil.
15 minutes to go in the Merseyside derby. Everton 0, Liverpool 0, live on TalkSport. We're around the grounds with Adrian Durham at 2:30. Liverpool have the ball left side of the area. It's picked up by Firmino. Firmino trickles towards the edge of the box, then clips it into the arms of Jordan Pickford. So we'll go off to the Brentford Community Stadium, the G-Tech Community Stadium. James Filden.
Yeah, 1 change to Brentford from the side that took on Palace in the week as Pontus Jansson returns from a foot injury. He takes Mattias Jorgensen's place in defence. 2 changes for Leeds. No Rasmus Christensen today, and Rodrigo after dislocating his shoulder. Cody Dreimer comes in for the second Premier League start of his career, the 20-year-old. And another 20-year-old, Joe Gelhardt, comes in for his first Premier League start this season.
Going to be changes here in just a moment. Liverpool about to make one. The ball's been played up to Onana. It's managed to get through to him, and then he's knocked to the floor by Van Dijk. It's going to be a yellow card for Virgil van Dijk.
I think he's a bit unlucky there.
No, he's just got ahead of him there. But for me, he's been man of the match. He's been the best player on the park so far, and he's been everywhere. His energy, his athletic, and
it's a bad one, that.
Oh, that is a bad one.
By the way,
Virgil van Dijk. Because the ball had well
gone.
That's above the ankle.
That's a red card.
That's
a red card.
That's on the shin. It's above the ankle. It will be reviewed by VAR, I would have thought, because that looked to me as if it was over the top and maybe just a little bit more than it should have been. Peter Reid is asking for a red card. Charlie Adam?
No, I don't think it's a red. I think
of course it's a red, man.
No, I think Virgil's just over there trying to calm him down. But listen, it's a bad tackle, but I don't think it is a red.
Oh, it looks.
I'll tell you what, I was at the Newcastle game when Allen got sent off for nothing as bad as that, by the way.
Well, Joe Edwards and Frank Lampard are in stark conversation. Joel Matip about to come on. Maybe they can make the substitution quickly so that Virgil van Dijk isn't the subject of a review. As far as I understand it, there isn't a review at this moment in time. but that did look very high. I mean, that sort of challenge is usually a red card.
No, I don't think it's high. I think it's just below.
Well, it's above the ankle.
No, it's not above the ankle. It's on his boot. He catches him on the top of his foot.
That's a red card.
Are we going soft in this game, Peter?
By the way, when I played, it wouldn't have been a red card.
It wouldn't have been
a foul.
In today's footy, that's a red card.
Well, he's hobbling off over on the far side, Andre Onana. That certainly will be one for us to look at in Men in Black tomorrow on the Sunday session as we bring you the whole show from Old Trafford tomorrow. Diogo Jota, who's back from injury, is about to come on, and Joel Matip about to arrive for Liverpool. But first of all, the free kick.
Did he boot that? No. Why? Because he gave him a yellow.
Not enough.
No,
evidence.
because he could rescind it.
Not enough evidence to overturn the decision.
I've lost the will to live.
Well, don't do it just yet. Give us another 13 minutes. This is Talk Sport. It's Everton 0, Liverpool 0. Ball in towards the near post for Everton, who've had a goal disallowed in this game for an offside decision against Connor Cody. Back in by Patterson, deep towards the far post. Tarkowski with a header down, and then Van Dijk just about spoons it over the top of his own crossbar, and it's out for an Everton corner.
Yeah, no, great ball from Patterson over, trying to get Tarkowski above Milner, and he managed to do it. So good pressure from Everton. Last 13 minutes to go.
What a great game. What a great game of
side, and he raised his right arm in the air, sends it in towards the near post. A decent delivery which is headed away by Fabinho, bounces towards the halfway line. Mikalenko sends it back down the left. Gray actually had stayed on side, now he's been flagged off.
Lazy stuff from Damari Gray. He's just got to get out quicker. You know, he trots back and he just gives up the possession and the momentum from Everton, swings it back into Liverpool's favour.
Wow. Diogo Jota on, and also on Joel Matip, and Darwin Nunez came off. I'm trying to work out who the other player was who came off.
Harvey Elliott.
So Harvey Elliott and Darwin Nunez off. Matip on. Let's go off to Molineux for team news from Simon Humphries.
And there's 3 changes for Wolves. There's a debut for £15.5 million striker Sasha Kalajdzic. Aït-Nouri and Podence also come in. Jimenez, Semedo and Guedes drop to the bench. 1 change for the visitors. Joe Aribo comes in for the injured Romeo Lavia. Here at Molineux, it's Wolves against Southampton.
What a rollercoaster ride this has been so far. Still 0-0 between Everton and Liverpool. Live on TalkSport. 8 of the last 10 Merseyside derbies here at Goodison Park have ended in a draw. 4 of the last 5 have gone that way as well. Everton about to bring on Dwight McNeil as a substitute towards the end of this match. Jeff Peters is watching the game at the City Ground for us this afternoon. What's the team news?
2 changes for Nottingham Forest after their 6-0 loss at Man City. Steve Cook and Jesse Lingard return, replacing Freuler and O'Brien. Willie Bolly among the subs. Bournemouth unchanged from the goalless draw with Wolves. New signing Jack Stevens is on the bench.
To Everton 0, Liverpool 0 on TalkSport with Car Finance 24/7. Search Car Finance 24/7 today. Adrian Durham will take you round the grounds from 2:30 this afternoon. We've got the phone in with Gabby Bonlahor and Jamie O'Hara from 5:30. And wherever you are, if you want to have your say, you know the number to call. Get in touch. The boys will get you on, and we'll dissect the day's football. There'll be Everton and Liverpool fans, I'm sure, still wanting to talk about this game as Mikalenko is fouled by Diogo Jota. Free kick in the left full-back position. And looks like they're going to make their change now, Everton.
And Nana just gone down there injured, so it looks like maybe he's going to come off. But no, Liverpool, a little bit of a personnel switch. Joe Gomez come out to right back, and Milner's gone into central midfield.
Goal at Parkhead. Here's TalkSport's David Tanner.
Celtic 4, Rangers 0, and it's a disaster for the Rangers goalkeeper John McLaughlin, who passed the ball out straight to David Turnbull under no pressure. David Turnbull makes it Celtic 4, Rangers 0.
Well, I'm sure that the blue half of Glasgow will be having a night in tonight, I would have thought. Not a great result for Rangers. Cracking one for Celtic, who'll go 5 points clear at the top of the table in the early SPL table. Here it's 0-0 between Everton and Liverpool. Gomez, that's really poor, and so was the run from Damari Gray, who kicks the ball away in frustration after being flagged offside. A tut-tut from Charlie Adam, because actually, Peter Reid, that's the kind of run that he should be making, but making sure that he knows where he is. His geography has to be correct. You can see the whole line.
Yeah, I mean, we said if you get at Liverpool, you've got to turn, and but you just play on shoulders there. You don't go early. The Marty Gray's got pace. There's no need to go early.
8 minutes to go before the end of the game, and Anthony Gordon is off and Dwight McNeil is on. I think Anthony Gordon's played quite well in the match. That's a poor ball by Joe Gomez, who's switched to play from right to left, and it's gone straight out of play inside the Liverpool half for a throw into Everton, handing the initiative back to the home team.
Bad pass from Gomez, good bad decision there, but Gordon's played well, and he'll be happy just to get this game out of the way in terms of what the problems he's had before, and Chelsea after him, and be able to focus now on going forward till the rest of the season.
Yeah, those problems, people wanting to pay 60 million quid for you. Wish I had problems like that. Ball is on the halfway line with Idrissa Gueye, tries to nudge it down the touchline. It comes.
You're everywhere at the moment.
Fabinho.
By the way, Everton have got a player, haven't they? Urbana. What a footballer. He's been absolutely outstanding.
Well, he looked really lively when he came off the bench against Aston Villa, and then it took him a little while. We didn't see that Anana for a couple of games, but we've certainly seen it today. Here he is, protecting the football well, but inside opposition territory.
I think Idrissa Gueye is going to be a big influence on him, because he can sit and allow Anana to go forward and drive with their big legs, sort of Yaya Toure type.
Well, they've certainly upgraded their midfield area, that's for sure. Here is Mopé holding off Van Dijk and then trying to turn it back into Iwobi. Iwobi onto McNeil, who takes it into his body, then turns and wants to release it out wide to Patterson, who's going to get there, gets it back to O'Neill, into the area, pokes it down the right, onto Mopé. McNeil takes over again, left footed, drives the ball, goes, deflection! Pushed over the top by Alisson, and it's out and away for another corner to Everton. What a great save by Alisson, who must have seen that deflection late. Good combination between McNeil and Mopé inside the penalty area, and a big chance for Everton once again.
Great save, and the build-up play was fantastic. Patient, lovely interplay, and what a great save by Alisson.
6 minutes to go before the end. Here is Gray with the corner, right under the goalkeeper. Flicked away by Matip, drops inside the D. It's away by Jota. Patterson with a big challenge on Luis Diaz. Then Jota wins it back, and he takes it to halfway, and there's loads of space for Salah, but he can't find him. Mikalenko deals with it. It goes out over on the far side, and Iwobi stops it from reaching Firmino. Terrific game of football.
It's been brilliant. End to end, the game has gone so quick, and the counter-attacks, the speed and the pace of the game from one side to the other has been brilliant. And the only thing we like so far we've been missing is a goal, but plenty of action.
Absolutely great football match.
Gomez into Matip on to Virgil van Dijk, and then Gomez again looks to poke it forward, finds Mo Salah, who travels infield. He moves towards the midway point of the Everton half. It's a poor kick out by Patterson. Drops again. Gana Gueye tries to get away. Won by Diaz, but there's a foul on Idrissa Gana Gueye. That's going to be a free kick right on the edge of the D to Everton with 5 minutes to go. It's currently Everton 0, Liverpool 0. For the latest odds, you can head to Betfair, the official betting partner of TalkSport's Premier League coverage, where right now you can get Everton to win the game at 15-2. The draw is 2-1 on Liverpool, 14-5. It's all thanks to Betfair. 18 plus. BeGambleAware.org.
He's dangerous, that Mo Salah, driving in the inside. He gets a little pass into Jota, and gets a little bit of a ricochet, but he's a menace when he starts coming in the inside.
Headed away by Matip onto Gomez, who kicks it clear. It's headed back by Mikalenko. It's got a handball by Luis Diaz. I think it might have been. Maybe a free kick, and Everton have that free kick, which they take quickly. Iwobi out to Patterson, up to the halfway line, and they've got possession back again. Now 4 minutes remaining at Goodison Park, with Everton having a goal disallowed, Liverpool hitting the woodwork twice, both goalkeepers making significant saves in the game. A game which really has been pretty even throughout. I think maybe a draw will be a fair result. Not that either of you two are going to be happy with that.
No, I think, listen, if it was a 0-0, it's been a good 0-0. We've had plenty opportunities in terms of second half with efforts at goal and entertainment, but I still think there could be a goal here.
Fabinho running forward, moving towards the edge of the Everton penalty area. It's played forward into the box. Firmino, it's a save down low by Pickford towards his right again. Brilliant agility from Jordan Pickford.
Great save. What
excellent
a great save.
Swivel and turn by Firmino inside the box. It was played in from the right side, He brought it down with one touch and swept it towards goal, and Pickford had to spoon it away.
It's a brilliant save, but that's what I say about Salah when he starts coming inside and dictating the game.
Here he is, tussling with Mykolenko, getting to the byline. Mykolenko holds firm, wins the ball, goes down, wants a free kick, and he's going to get it. Well, you always know that there is the potential for a late Liverpool winner. Just ask Newcastle United fans how late that can be. They've scored 40 winning goals in the 90th minute in the Premier League, with 12 more than any other side. They don't mind leaving it late, and they certainly come close very late on here to getting in front.
Yeah, Salah again, brilliant play, but Mykolenko I think's kept him quiet enough today.
It's been a great battle, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Mykolenko was very clever there, just getting his body in the way, and I thought he bought the foul, but you've got to watch Salah, he's got that much quality.
Still goalless, still awaiting our first goal. We've had the deadlock, we thought we'd had the deadlock broken by Connor Cody, but that was ruled out for offside. They've had 13 shots to Liverpool's 16 Everton, 2 shots on target. Liverpool have had 6, but none of those have been able to beat the talents of Jordan Pickford or Alisson, and I'm too surprised if it's a tight battle between Onana and Pickford for man of the match. Here is Virgil van Dijk sweeping the play towards the left. Robertson back into the Dutchman, who takes it past Mopé and out towards the left. It's collected now by Robertson, whose low ball into the box might come through to Jota, stabbed away by Cody, but picked up by Jota anyway. They've got to fill in here, Everton, and Patterson does brilliantly to play the ball off Jota and out for a goal kick. I think Patterson's been terrific today as well, Peter Reid.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's been a terrific game, and Liverpool look ever so dangerous, but you're spot on. There's been so many outstanding performances out there today from the players. It's a credit to football, it's a credit to the Premier League this afternoon. It's been brilliant.
How many problems does this cause for Liverpool going forward though, Charlie? Because it's more drop points.
Yeah, listen, it only causes problems if Man City we'd expect to go into Villa and win later, but it's very difficult to, the gap is getting bigger and bigger every week, and it will be difficult, but you can never rule this Liverpool side out.
On the Virgil van Dijk challenge, the PGMOL have said it would be considered reckless, not serious foul play.
They're a joke. They're an absolute joke, man.
So that's saying that's why it's no red card then?
Yeah.
Absolute
reckless
joke.
Is yellow.
Absolute
serious foul play
joke.
is red. Here's Onana out towards the far side, looking for McNeil. He takes it down the touchline and tries to carve his way infield, produce a cross. Van Dijk heads it away, and it's picked up by Robertson. And now it's on by Fabinho, one by Patterson. The fourth official had 6 minutes on, which means we could have a few more than that. And Liverpool steaming forward with Diaz into the box. A right-footed shot blocked by Tarkowski. Bounces out towards the near side. Salah keeps it alive. Gay doesn't get there, nor does Milner. And now Gay does get there, and he brings it clear for Everton. And there was a hit off the ball on Gay, but we play on because McNeil is steaming forward. He's beaten the challenge of Milner. He's got to the edge of the box. He should have shifted it left. He didn't. He plays it eventually to Gray now, and then wants it back. But Gray fancies his chances and shoots straight into the middle of the goal. And the referee wants to stop the game for Gay. No, he wants to continue. Gay is back on his feet. Liverpool take the ball down the left-hand side. There will be a quick look at that challenge on Gay as Jota comes forward. Patterson does well. Patterson does very well and takes it into the right full-back position and eventually clears upfield. Wow.
He's played well. Really good recovery there from Patterson, but I don't think there's much in the game on front with Fabinho, and big chance there for Dwight McNeil to get his shot off, but he just delayed it and
dawdled a little bit there, didn't he?
The shot had gone away, but what a pass from Milner.
Milner with a wonderful ball out to Diaz in the left channel, and Diaz now trying to take on the Everton defence, runs back centrally, lays it off to Milner again, back to Fabinho. He's got Firmino and Jota at the far post. It's aimed in towards Jota with a header, but it goes backwards rather than forwards.
Oh, what a ball for Andy Robertson. It's a great ball. Jota just mistimes it, and his head's gone the wrong way, and he ends up heading it back. Well, Fabinho's just been booked for that challenge on Gay.
Patterson's out on his feet. He's had a great game. The poor lad, he's absolute shattered.
Absolutely cream crackered is Nathan Patterson over on the far side there. He now just gets back to his feet. Everton 0, Liverpool 0 live on Talk Sport. What a day it has been already, and what football we've got still to come for you over on Talk Sport 2. Tottenham against Fulham is live in just a few moments. Adrian Durham will take you around the grounds here with an unrivaled goal service and a full classified check from 5 o'clock. Mopé plays it against Milner, wins the throw-in. We're into minute 48 of the second half, and we've got 6 that have been added on. And the last time that Liverpool failed to win any of their first 4 away league games in a single campaign was back in 2010. Roy Hodgson was the boss back then.
Mopé's just been really clever there, getting the ball, Milner's gone tight, he's got a throw in, he's got Everton up the pitch, and in the last minutes of this later in the game, that's excellent play. Gets you up the pitch.
I've got a feeling that this probably does more for Everton than it does for Liverpool.
I think, building forward confidence, keeping a clean sheet against a very good side. I think Everton fans will be delighted with this so far because of...
Oh, Milner wins a challenge in midfield. Mikalenko makes a mistake. It comes through to Salah, edge of the box. Left-footed shot. Hits Tarkowski, bounces to the far side. Iwobi will just thrash it clear. Anywhere will do. Up over the halfway line. Van Dijk heads it, not brilliantly, and McNeil almost got in there. Fabinho had to go across and win it. And it's back with Liverpool once more, but Everton ensuring that they go right to the very end here. They might have to against this Liverpool team. Space out wide on the left. Robertson, he'll be full of running after coming on as a substitute. Produces a cross into the box, looking for Diaz, away by Cody, who on the edge of the 6-yard box prods his header out wide. It's picked up by Fabinho, back to the halfway line, and again things keep moving in Liverpool's favour. Up through the middle of the centre circle, picked up by Matip, slid forward down the right channel, and now it's all the way through to Jordan Pickford, who sighs with relief once more, knowing that minutes are ticking down. And I think for the first time he wouldn't be permissed a little bit of time wasting or holding on to the ball for a little bit longer.
No, this is a good point for Everton. Build confidence. You can see the performance today that they'll take them forward for the rest of the season. The new players coming in, Anana, Idrissa Gueye getting more time again. I thought Patterson, Tarkowski, who for me was a brilliant free transfer. Yeah. To get in for Burnley was very good, and this is a good side that can definitely push up the table this season.
Whatever happens in the next remaining couple of minutes, I think it's the first time for a long time I've been really confident and delighted about an Everton team. I've got to say that.
But this is the standard.
The window,
for them,
the window's been good, and the energy and the commitment.
Not over yet. Robertson coming forward, finds Diaz, edge of the area, shifts it wide. Salah hits the post, comes back out to Jota, and somehow Liverpool don't manage to get it past Jordan Pickford. The post has come to his rescue on this occasion. Jurgen Klopp puts his hands behind his head. The Liverpool fans can't quite believe it. Salah can't either. He hits it towards the near post, and I think Pickford actually got a finger on it.
It's an unbelievable save. It's a brilliant save. He gets a touch to that.
But scratch it. Scratch anything else that you have said today. I don't think there's going to be much contest in terms of man of the match. That geezer wearing the Everton #1 shirt has had an absolute blinder, Peter Reid.
Absolute brilliance. Taylor's just boot Pickford as the time wasting. That's what you should do. You should do that, and the game will progress. But what a save! He has been magnificent.
It's what you need from your goalkeeper. That's why he's in between the posts. Save the ball.
Celtic go 5 points clear at the top of the Scottish Premiership with a 4-0 win over Rangers in the Old Firm game. Here it's still 0-0. Pickford's just kicked it straight out of play. We played 6 added minutes at the end of the 90.